Mike Shanahan and the Denver Broncos, it has been an up and down season. Today, another must-win game to keep their playoff hopes alive. Starting quarterback Brian Griese is out after a concussion last week. Number 1 wide receiver Rod Smith continues to play, but is playing hurt. The Broncos will rely on a heavy dose of Terrell Davis to carry the load. And as for the Kansas City Chiefs, they will counter with the NFL's leader in rushing and total yards, Priest Holmes. But will it be enough? The Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs from rainy Arrowhead. Kevin Harlan alongside Craig James. With Oakland winning the division yesterday, it is very clear for the Broncos they've got to get in as a wild card.
They're looking at 10 wins. This football team is counting on the fact that since 1990, only 2 teams have not gotten in if they had 10 wins. Today's a big step.
It could have given Kansas City the winning margin over the Raiders, but he has not kicked off a touchback in the last 6 games. Chris Cole is deep back, the Chiefs and Broncos, and here we go from Rockin' Arrowhead. And picked up by Cole. And runs his way out to the 25-yard line. Brought down by Monty Beisel. It's a return of 16 yards. And with his first start of the season this year is backup Gus Frerotte.
Team has confidence in Gus, and they recognize that he alone can't win this game, that he's going to have support. That's why Terrell Davis, we're going to find out if he can consistently play the game. He's looking good. He's making strides. We're going to find out today if he can go against this Chiefs defense, who has given up some yards on the ground.
Last year, Frerotte lost 2 games to the Chiefs. Frerotte beginning at his own 26, first down and 10. The fake, and here comes Frerotte, dumping it off to Patrick Tate, who goes head on with Woods, and he's out of bounds near the 35. It's a gain of 9 on first down to Patrick Tate, who began the season as a fullback, plays some tight ends. He's all over the place. Trey Teague, Lenny Freeman, Tom Nalen, Neal, and Matt Lepsis on the offensive line. Davis and Carter in the backfield. Rod Smith and Kevin Casper are the wide receivers, and the tight end is Dwayne Carswell. It's second down and 1 from the Denver 36. End around to Casper, and he's snuffed, brought down by Donnie Edwards. Now the Kansas City defense. Eric Hicks, Eric Downing, Derek Ransom, Dwayne Clemens. Catrez, Patton, and Donnie Edwards are the linebackers. And in the backfield, they've got Crockett, Woods, Wesley, and Eric Warfield.
Yeah, Warfield's going to have a good challenge today, getting a chance to go against Rod Smith. I like the matchup. Be good to follow it.
Second down and 14 to go with the ball pushed back to the 32. It's Terrell Davis. Losing the ball, and it's a fumble and picked up at the 40-yard line. The Broncos say they got it, and so do the officials. On a fumble on the first carry today by Terrell Davis, coming off his best game of the season last week, a 109-yard effort against Seattle. And now it'll be third down and 6.
You know, sometimes the guy gets in the lane and he's trying to make an adjustment with a football, and he gets slapped by somebody coming from the side. And I think this is what Terrell Davis is talking about. I'm not back yet, like he said to Leslie Visser in the NFL Today report. He said, hey, I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. And that's one of the indications that he's not clearly back to the form that he had.
Now you see the turnover ratio for wins and losses. Third down and 6 from the 40. The pitch out goes to the wide receiver, Scotty Montgomery. And he is well shy of a first down. Had to get up to the 46. Belts it out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Picks up 4 on the play. And the Denver Broncos will have to punt after their first possession.
You know, we've heard a couple of names there, Kevin, Casper, Montgomery, different names for the Denver Broncos, a football team that's going to have to rely on some of their young guys. Young guys need to step up for both teams, but especially for the Broncos at the wide receiver position to make some plays to take the pressure off of Terrell Davis in the ground game.
Dante Hall had a 71-yard punt return last week against the Oakland Raiders, and Tom Ruin will be punting. A low snap from Diaz and Fonte. And Dante Hall at about the 16-yard line. Breaks by Smith. slowed down by George Coghill and brought down after a 3-yard gain. A 41-yard punt. The ball will be marked at the 18-yard line. Chiefs will get it.
Wide receiver season with the Broncos. He quit the team the night before a game, November 11th. Well, they didn't like that in Denver. They're call him a traitor and promise some cheap shots if he gets on the field. Kennison says he'll protect himself and do whatever he has to do. The NFL is watching.
All right, Beasley, first down and 10 from the 18-yard line. And a handoff goes for a gain of 1. And the ball carrier is the NFL's leading rusher, Priest Holmes. And the stop made in the middle by John Mobley. Trent Green is the quarterback for Kansas City. 31 years of age, came in a trade during the offseason with the St. Louis Rams.
Well, Green's a guy here, if they could just eliminate the interceptions, which he has done the last few weeks, this is a better football team that can win 3 or 4 more games on their schedule.
Second down and 9 from the 19. That's Eddie Kennison, 87 in motion. One of 3 receivers. The handoff draw play to Holmes. Broke a tackle of Trevor Price and is wrapped up by Monte Rager after a gain of 4 up to about the 23-yard line. Now the Kansas City offense coming into today, number 6 in the NFL. Tate Waters, Wegman, Shields, and Marcus Spears. In the backfield, Holmes and Richardson. The receivers, Menace and Alexander. And the great Tony Gonzalez is the tight end.
Gonzalez, the guy's going to be blanketed today, I think, by somebody extra. An extra defensive back by the Broncos. Delta O'Neal, his old teammate at Cal. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him on him all day.
Third down and 5 from the 23. Green. Here comes the rush by Pittman and by Bertrand Berry, and the pass is caught by the rookie, Snoop Minnis. Out past the 35, gets a first down to the 36-yard line. He picks up 13 yards on third down and 5. And the Chiefs move the chains. On a pass by Green to the rookie Minnis against this defense of Washington, the former Chief Chester McLaughlin, Trevor Price, and Kavika Pittman. Linebackers, all good ones, Mobley, Wilson, and Romanowski. And the secondary with Brown, Kennedy, and Walker, and Delta O'Neal.
Yeah, like I said, Delta O'Neal's going to have his hands full today with Tony Gonzalez.
First down and 10 from the 36. The pitch out goes to Holmes, a block from Richardson, another broken tackle, and he tumbles his way for a gain of about 7 out to the 43-yard line. Brought down by Kenoy Kennedy. Dick Vermeil, who told us yesterday he thinks his team has turned the corner with last week's performance at Oakland.
We had that game. We announced it. I think I'd have to agree with him, wouldn't you? I mean, they had a good, exciting game. They did everything to win the game except to score.
And what's great about this team, even though they're 3-9, the emotion and the passion has stayed even at this stage of the season.
High level of intensity, especially in their workouts. This team wants to get better. They're building for the future, not just trying to play the season out.
Second down and 3 from the 43. Alexander is on the move to the top of your screen. And Green, the quick throw to the side, caught by Eddie Kennison. Pushed out of bounds by Denard Walker. And another Kansas City first down. That's a pickup of 9 to the Denver Bronco 48, the emotional Eddie Kennison.
That's why you talk about what Beasley was saying there earlier on in the report, the former Bronco Kennison and some of the Denver teammates saying they may pop him if they have a chance. This game is so involved, and there's so much to do and your responsibilities. You can't worry about cheap shot somebody. You got to take care of your job, and if you get a chance to pop him, you get him.
From the 48, first and 10 after the first down pass by Green to Kennison. Kennison now out. Gonzalez is in the backfield. Green to the air again. And dumps it off to Priest Holmes. Slipped through the tackle of Al Wilson, then brought down by Reggie Hayward and John Mobley at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 8 on the play to running back Priest Holmes. And Beasley Reese, more on that Kennison-Mobley situation. Kennison now coming back in. Kennison didn't seem frightened at all about what happened and what was said. Well, we'll get to him in just a second. Second down and 2. Holmes again with the block by Gonzalez. Craig, he breaks so many first hits. Kenoy Kennedy brings him down along with Bill Romanowski. It's a gain of 3. And that is another Kansas City first down. This is the Chiefs' first drive of the game after Denver punted the first time they had it.
Well, here's why he breaks so many tackles. He stretches defenses. You'll see everybody stretch this way, and then once the defense gets their movement, his lateral vision is outstanding. You see how he cuts all the way back around into this gap here. That's the kind of vision that has allowed him to become the #1 rusher in the NFL.
8th play of the drive, and the Chiefs have it 1st and 10 at the Denver 36. Fake handoff, and it goes this time to Priest Holmes. He gave initially to Richardson, but Denver smelled it out well. Lost a 5 on the play. And in there was Keith Washington, who has played for the Vikings, the Lions, and Baltimore over the last 4 years. Mike Shanahan in his 7th season as the coach of the Denver Broncos.
Boy, have they changed. You know, it's like the pre-Elway years right now. The defense is carrying the football team, and he's trying to get his offense to catch up to the defense.
2nd down and 15 outside the 41. Over Mobley, the pass is caught. And that's Eddie Kennison. Tackled by Chester McLaughlin. And he's down to the 30-yard line. A couple yards still shy of the 1st down. He picks up 11 on 2nd down and 15. So Kennison very visible on this very first series.
A little nastiness here. Watch how he gets to the end here. They said they were going to get some screens to him today. But you know, these are guys that are going to try to give a little bit of extra when they get a chance.
Chiefs now face a 3rd down and 3. And last week, you may recall, they started 0 of 8 on 3rd downs against the Oakland Raiders. From the 30. Green for the first time today in the shotgun. Hand off to Holmes. A great read by Chester McLaughlin, who puts him down at the 32. It's 4th down for the Chiefs. And we'll have to kind of get a feel for what they want to do on 4th down. Would you go for it, or would you try for 3?
Early in the game like this here, I think I'd punt the football, get them down there, try to pin them, get your defense on the field to stop Gus Farrat coming in for Greasy.
You'd punt as opposed to kicking a field goal?
Well, you know, it's a
51-yard.
Because Peterson, and the reason is, you know, here's a guy that last week he's talking about wanting to get back on rhythm. He had a couple of misses. His teammates are supporting him. I think this is as much a boost of confidence for him and support for him as it is for field position.
A lot of different decisions, but they're going to try for the field goal. 51-yarder by Peterson. It's got the accuracy, but does it have the distance? Yes!
Wow.
And that gets his confidence. He is a free agent after this season. He senses good things about the Chiefs. He'd like to stay.
You know what his teammates say? We're supporting him. Vermeil supports him. That's why he sent him on the field and gave him a shot at it. Big confidence boost.
That is the ice rink down at Crown Center here in Kansas City. A 51-yard field goal moments ago was season-long by Peterson. 3-0 Chiefs, the ensuing kickoff. And this will be picked up at the 15-yard line by fullback Tony Carter, who bangs his way past the 30-yard line and lunges ahead near the 35. It's a 20-yard return. A 51-yarder by Peterson, who was unsteady last week in Oakland. Mike Solari on the sideline, the offensive line coach for the Chiefs. They moved themselves downfield in 11 plays. A 51-yard field goal by Peterson. The ensuing kickoff, and the Broncos have it 1st and 10. The fake again. The chase by Hicks to Farrat. The quarterback of the Broncos throws incomplete down the sideline as Eric Warfield was guarding Rod Smith. Incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
One of the things I admire about Dick Vermeil is that he says, look, we're going to go with Eric Warfield. We're going to try to match up with Rod Smith, and he's going to make some plays, and he's going to get beat some plays. Rod Smith, one of the best receivers in the NFL, 90 catches. He's manned up on him today. This is a tremendous break coming back out of the ball and on the break, making the deflection of the pass.
2nd down and 10 from the 35. All eyes are on Warfield against the great Rod Smith today. Smith about 80% with the bad left ankle. Empty backfield for Farrat. Here comes the rush. The pass across the middle. This time is caught. Warfield with the catch of Rod Smith across the middle. It's a gain of 4 to Rod Smith. And Beasley Reese, how do you read Warfield guarding Smith today?
Well, I think it's going to be just one heck of a battle throughout. Now, that time, he did make a good play on the ball on Rod Smith, but Rod Smith was open. I think the throw should have been a little bit higher and a little bit further toward the sideline, but still a good opening job by Warfield.
And we also have to remember now, Rod Smith about 80% because of those bad ankles.
3rd down and 5 from the 40. In the empty backfield for Farrat. Good block by Teague. A good block by Friedman. Here goes Farrat on the run and up to the 42, 43. Still shy of a first down. Had to get to the 45, although he picked up 3 yards on the scramble. And for the second consecutive time, Gus Frerotte and the Denver Broncos have got to punt the ball.
If anybody had any doubt about the Kansas City Chiefs wanting to play and their record, don't be fooled by that 3-9 record. This is a good football team that Vermeil has close to turning it around. A lot of teams at the end of this month here, they're packing the cards up ready for the offseason. Not the Chiefs. This is a team playing for next year.
David Diaz Infante with the snap. It's high, but ruined. Number 3 in the NFL gets off a wobbly bad punt. Leaping catch at the 20-yard line by Dante Hall. Finds the seam, then is tripped up on the play. I think tripped up by the guy that centered the ball. 37-year-old David Diaz Infante. A 37-yard punt. A Peterson 51-yard field goal. Denver has already nicked up Kavika Pittman, questionable, a strained calf, and so coming in his place, rookie Reggie Hayward, who had 3 sacks last week against Seattle. After the Denver punt, the second of the day, the Chiefs at the 34, 1st and 10. And a Priest Holmes run as he picks and pokes his way up to about the 38-39. And an avalanche of Broncos make the stop, including Hayward and some shoving away from the ball. Tate and Trevor Price were shoving a bit after that. It'll be second down.
I think somebody said this was a big rivalry game,
yes,
right?
It is.
That's what I'm talking about right there. You got guys out here playing the game. Records are out the window. Playoffs out the window. This is a very emotional game by both teams. Both coaching staffs really excited about that. For Vermeil, it gives his team a reason to want to go, and also pumps up the Broncos.
Second down and 5 at the 39. The fake. Here comes the rush by Romanowski. The throw downfield by Green. Incomplete. No yellow on the field. Minnis was going up against Denard Walker, who is down and holding on to a knee. There is a flag. It is back at the line of scrimmage. No, back about the 33-yard line. Not where the defense was made by Walker, but back where the pass was thrown by Green. As you take a look at our referee today, Bernie Kukar.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 93 defense at 15 yards to the end of the run. First down.
Trevor Price, who we recall the play before, was getting in a little shoving match with the Chiefs left tackle John Tate.
Yeah, hey, these guys are going to be paying attention. These officials will not let this thing get out of control. Trevor Price has to know better than that. They've got to pull up when they get close to that quarterback, or the refs will take control of this game.
That does not look good for Denard Walker, and taking his place will be the veteran, a 10-year guy out of Florida, Jimmy Spencer. First down and 10. The penalty was thrown on the Denver Broncos. Chiefs at the 46.
Yeah, this changes a little bit of the strategy now for the Broncos, because remember, Delco O'Neal was going to match up against Tony Gonzalez, so we'll see if they can continue that rotation.
So with the penalty, 1st and 10 at the 46. We'll get a word on Walker in a second. Green, good time in the pocket. Winds up for Kennison downfield. Through his hands, a flag is thrown. Incomplete inside the 5. And they're working. They went right at Jimmy Spencer. And this appears to be against the Broncos. They went right at him. Which is not a great surprise.
Well, and we knew they wanted to get Kennison involved, right? The guy's speed, that's what they're looking for. Speed to stretch, to complement underneath Tony Gonzalez.
Two big penalties on the Broncos on this drive. And
pass interference, number 33 defense. That's a first down.
That's something the Broncos can ill afford to do in a game that is as important as this one is today.
I like the fact that they go after him, they attack, they stretch it deep. There's 2 plays in a row that he's really pushed the ball deep down the field. He tries to come back on a play on the ball and almost comes up with a catch. There's motivation both by the Chiefs and the Broncos, but Kennison more especially wanting to catch passes.
So it's like a 34-yard penalty. 1st and 10 at the 12. Hand off to Holmes. Finds a crack, crawls through. A first down and a touchdown.
Things Priest Holmes does so well is to allow the blocks to set up. You see the way he slides the blocks downfield. Watch Derek Alexander, number 82, staying on his man. The sliding, slippery movement of Priest Holmes is really good. He runs a 4-4 straight ahead and a 4-4 sideways, and there are not many guys in the league who can do that.
Good point. He is. He gives you different move with every part of his body. Now the extra point by Peterson. So the Broncos have lost 2 defensive starters. They punted 2 times. Peterson nails the extra point, and they find themselves in a 10-0 hole.
Yeah, this hole isn't good when you got Gus Frerotte running the show for the Broncos offense. They got to start tackling low. It's going to be a long day.
Kind of lead on the Oakland Raiders, you may recall, a week ago. And next on CBS Sports, the CBS Sports Spectacular starts from all kinds of venues in Colorado. Stars from Sport and Screen, including Phil and Steve Mayer and Diane Roth, plus Tony Danza, Catherine Bell, and Steve Garvey saw them head-to-head at the Merrill Lynch Celebrity Classic. It's coming next on the CBS Sports Spectacular.
The good points you make about the Chiefs jumping out early last week against the Raiders, then falling behind and losing, and they did a lot of that because their special teams let them down.
And on the kick, Desmond Clark at about the 30-yard line, the tight end, and a nice tackle is made on the play by Kansas City's Larry Atkins on special teams. So they're kicking away from Chris Cole twice now by Todd Peterson. Is he holding on to something? No, okay. I wasn't sure if he made to pull the muscle, but they're keeping it away from Cole.
Yeah, but again, ugly. Look at that field position, 36-yard line starting for the Broncos. Again, last week, the special teams really failed the Chiefs. They had some good plays, but it was like they forgot that they got to show up every time they go on the field to conduct the unit.
Rod Smith is not in. Patrick Cape is. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line for the Broncos. Fake handoff to Terrell Davis. And Frerotte out of the pocket on the fly, and it's his wide receiver, the rookie from Iowa, Kevin Casper, who makes his 4th catch of the season. He'll be close to a first down. He's just outside the 45-yard line.
I like the way Frerotte just kind of bought himself some time, kept stretching over there, giving him a little bit more time for Casper to get open. Freratte's a good quarterback, make no mistake about it. And they will continue to run the entire playbook with him. Now the difference being, Brian Griese has a little bit less of an arm, so he's going to anticipate his throws a little bit more than Frerotte, who has a big cannon.
Rod Smith still not in, 2nd down and 1 outside the 45. Casper on the move, Terrell Davis gets the call and climbs his way, it looks like, for a first down, a gain of 2. Brought down by Donnie Edwards at the 47-yard line. He should have the first down, depending on the spot.
You know, what was really interesting when you look at this number here, over the last 3 seasons, he's played 13 games. That's in 3 seasons. That's why he only has the 2 100-yard games. And it takes time to get back into your rhythm as a running back. And Terrell Davis feels like he's getting close to that. His cutbacks are so important for him to be successful.
1 wide receiver and 2 tight ends. Why conservative this time of the game?
Oh, they're trying to run the football. Plenty of blockers in the game.
It's down in 10, but they're down 10-0 at the 47-yard line, the Broncos. With Frerotte given to Davis with the dance and a dive past the 50 and a gain of 4 to the 49. And brought down to the play by former Bronco Ray Crockett. And let's take our first trip to New York in the studios in Jim Nantz.
All right, here's an offensive coordinator's dream. A 20-play drive, 12 minutes, and Dillon, the final yard for the Bengals. 7-0 Cincinnati, 2nd quarter at the Meadowlands. Let's go back to Kevin Craig.
Thank you. You know, Cincinnati right now, Craig, in the midst of their 11th consecutive losing season. A big game today against the Jets, though. The Jets need a win.
Maybe that's why Gus Frerotte said it didn't quite work out for him in Cincinnati last year.
2nd down and 6. And here comes Frerotte. Has to get down to the 43. And is belted on the play by the very quick linebacker, Donnie Edwards. And Frerotte is injured. Now, the 2nd quarterback today is Jarius Jackson. Brian Griese is number 3. And Griese is on the sideline with a concussion. And there's Jackson, who has thrown 1 career pass and has had 1 career rush. He is 2 years out of Notre Dame. The update on Denard Walker, sprained knee. He is questionable, as is Kavika Pittman with a hip.
You know, when he tries to slide to get down here, watch behind him also. Bernie Kukar, the referee, is pursuing. I don't think Bernie saw him go down and to get hit. You know, it's going to be questionable whether or not this was a blow to him, because he did give his body up. And Donnie Edwards comes in and gives him a little shot to the head. Sliding, going down. You see Kukar, he goes down. He, you know, otherwise there's a chance there's a penalty for a foul there.
Here's the situation now at the quarterback as Frerotte is down. If you go to your 3rd quarterback now, that's the 2nd quarterback today, Jarius Jackson. If you go to your 3rd quarterback, you can't make another substitution until the 4th quarter. So there is really a mind play here that Gary Kubiak, who you saw moments ago, and Brian Griese, and the sideline of the Broncos have got to discuss in a game which is so important. Really, the season and the postseason hang in the balance with Jackson out coming onto the field. He's got to leave, by the way, for at least one play, does Gus Frerotte.
And again, he's down, he's given it up. I thought Edwards came in and hit him when he should not have. I think, he went in feet first. I think he's given it up. Edwards hits him. And had Bernie Kukar not fallen down, he probably throws a flag there. But the point you're making here on Jarius Jackson is the fact that this is probably the worst nightmare that they could have had in Denver, that he goes down early in the game and they have to even consider Jarius Jackson.
We talked to Mike Shanahan yesterday, and he said that he's toying with the idea of putting Griese number 2 and Jackson number 3, where he has been most of his career. But then this morning we arrive at Arrowhead Stadium. Griese is number 3, the number 3 quarterback, and Jackson is out there as the backup today to Gus Frerotte, and now on the field.
And again, this is one of those here. It's a borderline, I think, late hit on the quarterback. Kukar doesn't see it. I don't know what the line judge was looking at. He could have certainly thrown the flag if he thought it was there. But now you're going to see a little strategy change. The Chiefs are going to tighten their belts up a little bit, because what do you think they're going to do? Run the football.
Frerotte has to sit out at least one play. And I don't even know if he can come in after this one. Looking for his helmet. They got to check him out. So Jarius Jackson, who has thrown one career pass, and ironically enough, it was here last year against Kansas City at about this time of the season. Under a minute to play, Broncos down 10-0. The second string quarterback is in. And Jackson hands off to Davis, who is brought down by Hicks and by Ransom after a gain of 1. So it's 4th down and 3, and for a third consecutive time, the Denver Broncos have got a punt. The starting quarterback today is on the sideline. It appears as though dazed. And the regular season quarterback, Brian Griese, is the inactive third quarterback.
Well, this is where you find out a lot about your football team here. Adversity in a ball game like this, the offensive line has to step their game up. Everybody has to understand their responsibilities. More than likely, though, looking on the sideline there, I wouldn't be surprised if Brock comes back.
Ruins punt into a haze and lands inside the 5. A smart move by Dante Hall. Anything inside the 10, you let go. A 46-yard punt. And the Chiefs take the field. They lead it 10-0. And here's our NFL.com poll. Who is the best quarterback that never won a Super Bowl?
There's my vote.
Yeah, mine too. There's some good names on there. Jim Kelly went 4 times to the Super Bowl.
Marino's the all-time passer. Great player. I mean, they all are great players on there, but that's my vote, Marino.
Chiefs have scored on their first 2 possessions. And after the punt, the 3rd in a row by Denver, it's 1st down and 10 yards to go for the Chiefs on the touchback at the 20-yard line. It's Priest Holmes who has a touchdown today and moves ahead for a couple yards, a gain of 3. McLaughlin is down there. Keith Washington is there, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter. The Broncos have punted 3 straight times. They've lost their starting quarterback, and they've lost 2 defensive starters. Not a way to go against Dick Vermeil's Chiefs, who lead it 10-0. Sideline Gus Frerotte will return the next time the Broncos have the ball. 2nd down and 7. We begin the second quarter with Beasley Reese and Craig James, Kevin Harlan. 2nd and 7, Chiefs at the 23. Green has had a good day, gets a nice block from Tate Richardson, throws across the middle to the rookie Snoop Minnis for a gain of 4, brought down by Trevor Price, and he's up to the 27-yard line.
Now, at this point here, you're talking about managing a good football game. Trent Green's not making mistakes. He's 5 of 5 on his passing. None of those have gone deep. We've had the pass interference call, but none of them have been really deep, and he has not thrown a ball yet to Tony Gonzalez. So the Broncos need to be concerned about not being lulled to sleep over there.
Kavika Pittman is out. Denard Walker is out, both injured. Questionable their return. 3rd down and 3 at the 27. Here comes Bertrand Berry. Here comes Trevor Price. And they blow the whistle. It's a dead play. It is a dead play in the grass. And then Green is shot after the play. And then they make a truce. But great pressure by Bertrand Berry on the defensive line, along with Washington and Trevor Price.
Yeah, you know what? This is the kind of effort they've got to have to get there. Just a bull rush. He comes in, gets there through to him, And again, it was a timing throw. The rhythm was disrupted. He did not get rid of the ball on time. And it's a nice job of the Broncos of getting to the quarterback.
Trevor Price picks up the sack. Dan Straczynski is punting inside the 15-yard line. Deltha O'Neal back inside the 30. Rush came on by Dominguez. The punt is away up into the haze. O'Neal inside his 28-yard line. Finds a seam, gets a nice block up ahead from Montgomery. Ball is loose. Looks like Eric Davis jumped on it in Chiefs territory at the Kansas City 46. More shoving after the play, and a flag has been thrown. 2 flags have been thrown. If this is against the Denver Broncos, they're disintegrating before our eyes.
I think Maslowski did a nice job of doing a little acting there. Number 57.
It's on Denver.
Yeah, a little late pushing going on. Shanahan needs to get control of his guys over there and tell them they've got to take control of their tempers, their emotions, and play the game.
One big penalty after another for the Broncos today.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the receiving team, number 52. That's a 15-yard penalty, first down.
Ian Gold.
You know, hey, again, though, the Kansas City Chiefs special teams have got to cover punts and get down there. For the Broncos, they got to control their emotion. This is the kind of acting I'm talking about. Maslowski, old veteran, standing around there. Of course, he does a little instigation there himself. But the second guy always gets the flag thrown on him.
Gus Frerotte is back out there for the Denver Broncos. The Chiefs have brought in no extra defensive backs today on this particular first down from the 37. Handoff goes to Terrell Davis and brought down from behind by Dwayne Clement. It's a gain of 6. He's out to the 44 to Beasley Reese.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Gus Frerotte, as you see, is back on the field. He has a mildly sprained neck. They massaged, manipulated it, but as you can see, he's okay and back in the game. Back to you.
Well, I would think now that that's going to be another thing that Frerotte has got to worry about.
Well, I don't think he'll worry about it. He's a pretty tough guy here. You know, we talked to him in the meetings yesterday, and he knows what this game means to him individually as well as the team.
Second down and 4 at the 43. Davis again. The block on the play by Neal, close to a first down with the dive. He's up to about the 47-yard line. It'll be third down and perhaps a foot to go. Coming up in the next halftime report, Jim, Mike, Randy, and Jerry are ready for you in New York City for all the happenings and a very important day in the NFL. From this point on, this week and for the next 3, a lot will be decided in the league.
It's like the Bengals right now beating the Jets. I mean, there are a lot of spoilers out there, and teams take pride in that.
They get the first down. They got a good spot.
They got a good run out of Terrell Davis is what they did.
The Jets are involved in a big game. Buffalo losing to New England. New England and Denver, of course, one of the many teams the Broncos are vying against for a wild card berth. And look at that Cincinnati lead over the Jets.
And I think I heard Jim Nantz right. They had a 20-play drive for a touchdown, 20 plays against the Jets defense, who had been playing good.
Cleveland is losing second quarter. First and 10 from the 47. Fake handoff to Davis. Here comes Frerotte down the sideline, and it is caught by Rod Smith. It is good for a first down to the 38-yard line, a pickup of 15 yards. The coverage by Crockett. And that is his second catch today.
You know, you talk about here, Rod Smith, this is a double move. The out, he's going to go up, and then he's going to come back. Watch him drive back. That's Ray Crockett. Ray bit on that. That's excellent work by Rod Smith of showing a deep ball. Out, up, come back. Pretty nice throw there by Gus Frerotte.
And they played a lot against each other in Denver practices over the last 6-7 years.
Know each other well, but that all started with the play action. Terrell Davis being able to run the ball, the play action set it up.
38-yard line, it is a first down. And ball, there goes a flag and a whistle.
Timeout, Denver.
Timeout for Denver. Guy picked up his flag on the far side, but it was a timeout before they got going. Best of Kansas City, light mist in the air. The Broncos are down 10-0. A first down after a Bronco timeout. At the 38. Desperado, who's been already knocked out of the play in this game, is back in there. Winds up and throws short. And it's caught by Rod Smith. And he's inside the Kansas City 20. A pickup of 20 yards down at the 18-yard line. Now his third catch for 40 yards today and a Denver first down.
I love the crossing route. Rod Smith, the big target, likes to come across the middle. They go empty backfield set, which spreads out that defense a little bit. Terrell Davis goes to the left side. You're going to see Desmond Clark. He's leading the way, and here comes Rod Smith in behind him. He beats Warfield that time, but he's putting pressure on those linebackers in their drops. Nobody in the middle.
18-yard line, 1st and 10. The pitch out to Davis. He's slowed down by Wesley, then gang tackle by Edwards and Woods and a host of other Kansas City defenders, and a gain of 7 on the play. Terrell Davis, it appears, picking up momentum week after week. We mentioned before, 109 last week against Seattle.
And the reason he is so effective when he runs the ball is the backside guys. Everybody knows the Denver Broncos cuts him off. You saw Hicks, 98, staying in the hole. So that's taking 1 or 2 guys away from your pursuit. And that's really putting pressure on the play side to make a play individually against Terrell Davis. If they don't, he'll cut back on him, which is his bread and butter.
This is the best looking drive by the Broncos all day. The previous 3 possessions, 3 consecutive punts from the 11. 2nd down. 3 to go. And down to about the 11-yard line goes Davis, and brought down there by Dwayne Clements. A gain of about a yard. 3rd down. Log on to NFL.com as Vic Carucci breaks down the Packers' offensive approach and how it's resulted in their position atop the NFC Central. Just go to NFL.com or AOL keyword NFL.com. Clark has not caught a pass today. Red zone efficiency for the Broncos and the defensive red zone efficiency of the Chiefs. From the 11, 3rd down and 3, empty backfield. Farad pump fakes, throws short, caught by Smith against Warfield, dives in. Oh, what a touchdown! Great effort by Rod Smith, and the Broncos are back in business.
It's identical to what he just caught on the crossing route. They were coming back inside. This time he goes back to the outside. They gave the same look, the same feel coming across the middle. Warfield hump time trying to get over there to the middle to stop it because he was beaten the last time. Beautiful execution and a setup by Rod Smith.
Nice drive by both Smith and Terrell Davis. Jason Elam with the extra point. No one does it better than Elam. Rod Smith on that drive, 3 catches for 46 yards. The big one right here, a pinpoint pass by Farad. It's a 3-point game. 10th touchdown reception of the season for Rod Smith as he worked on Eric Warfield of the Chiefs, who's getting a little counsel on the sideline. And after the touchdown pass, the Jason Elam kick from about the 12-yard line. There comes Dante Hall. Runs into his own blocker. Bounces outside. That blocker was Mike Cloud. It's a 16-yard return. And the Chiefs still inside their 30 as we go downstairs to Beasley Reese.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. When you take a look at what's going on with this football team, you wonder where some of the big stars are. Tony Gonzalez, number 88. We know that they're going to feature Priest Holmes, but this is the best tight end in the game. I expect that on this drive, we'll see some Gonzalez catches really making an impact on this offensive drive. Back to you.
Well, the Chiefs have 15 offensive plays so far, Bees, and none of them go to Gonzalez. But again, I like that, though. They're managing what that defense is giving them, and Trent's not forcing things.
Bernard Walker and Kavika Pittman still out. Chiefs after the Denver touchdown pass. 1st and 10, 28. Here comes Green. Here comes Bertrand Berry, and here comes Bill Romanowski. For Denver, they come in waves. And it's the 2nd sack today of the Kansas City quarterback, Trent Green, back to the 24.
And they were trying to get Gonzalez that time out to the flat. They're trying to leak him inside and then come back to the flat so that he's got an option for him. But Gonzalez is held up by Mobley. Look at 51. He's going right to the flat now. Takes that away. And Bertrand Berry gets out and gets in the face of Trent Green.
Recall last week, Kansas City had a 10-0 lead on Oakland, and Oakland came back and eventually took a big lead. 2nd down, 14 at the 24. Priest Holmes. Nice block by Gonzalez. A nice block by Alexander. And a tackle made by Delta O'Neal. A flag is down back at the line of scrimmage. That gain for 24 as it stands right there. Make it 14 yards. The flag is back at the 24.
Priest would take the 24.
He would. Another penalty against Denver. Another Bronco penalty.
You know, Broncos just a little composure regrouping, I believe, needs to take place over there. And right now, with the way they're running the football in Kansas City and Trent Green not making mistakes, just like on that last one, Barry gets to him, he doesn't throw it up for grabs. You know, he holds the ball, eats it, and gets another down.
They're waiting to see if the gain by Holmes is good for a first down, and whether they'll accept the penalty or whether they'll decline the penalty, and that's what we're through right now. So the Broncos, after punting the first 3 times they had it, a nicely engineered drive by Gus Frerotte, a touchdown pass of 11 yards to Rod Smith. And they're that far away from the first, about the length of a football.
So you want 3rd and 1 or 2nd and 9?
Well, what would you do?
I'd go 3rd and 1.
I think I would too.
I'd belly up there at 3rd and 1.
Although, remember what Dick Vermeil told us last week, he doesn't like 3rd down of any length. He wants to do everything on 2nd down.
Well, but that, you know, that was against that Raiders defense that was #1 in the NFL on 3rd down.
But this is a pretty good defense too.
Yeah, tit for tat. What are you trying to work? We're working each other here.
Should bring Beasley in and see what he thinks. Beasley, what would you do?
Offside, 92 defense. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
Bees, would you have taken 3rd and 1 or gone to 2nd and 9?
I don't know, guys. That's why I'm down here on the sideline.
Hey, wait a minute. Think about it. 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9. That's not
that's
moving the change. That's
No,
a long way.
I like 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
And it's not even a full 1.
It's the length of a football. Brian Waters in the backfield is the lead blocker for the fullback, Tony Richardson. And he digs and claws his way. Mobley is there. Romanowski is there. Al Wilson is there. But Brian Waters, who is normally a lineman, was the lead guy. 54 at the bottom of your screen right there. Here's the interesting story about him. He is a college fullback. He is a college tight end. Now he is a lead blocker and a starting guard in the NFL.
He's the strongest man on their team, too. So you put all that muscle and that weight and that momentum gets up in there. Last week, they had a 4th and inch that they did not convert against Oakland. The same kind of play right there. The same play, and they didn't make it, and barely did this week.
So now near the 40, they got a first down. And off to Holmes. Running outside. Great block by Gonzalez. And by Alexander. And the first down. To the 47, gain of 14 yards for Holmes.
You know what? The speed that he has is so deceiving. I think he, as a football player, Kevin, has gotten faster. And the only way you get faster is just by running and doing it. And a lot of guys never get to that 2nd and 3rd gear because they're stuffed on the 1st gear. Priest Holmes is really hurting his defense now because they're staying at home, worried about the cutback, and that time he just ran around the corner.
Gonzalez in the backfield here. Richardson now is the lone setback. 1st and 10, 47-yard line. Richardson, who had a big day against the Broncos a year ago, over 150 yards, torn down by Reggie Hayward. He is a rookie from Iowa State. Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 9.
It's a nice sign there by the Broncos. Hayward last week had 3 sacks. They have a lot of hope for this rookie, but here's a guy that wants to make plays against the run as well. It's real simple here for Kansas City. In their 3 wins, these guys had 47 touches. Not very many whenever they're losing. You know, today they've got 14. I'd say they're well on their way to getting that accomplished.
2nd down and 9 as you take a look at Gonzalez. Holmes is back in. 46-yard line. 2nd and 9. Play action. Here comes Hayward. Here goes the pass. Wide open is Alexander downfield at the 25. Markham out of bounds at the 27. A strike of 21 yards and a first down. Coverage by Eric Brown.
It's the 2nd time he's been open on this exact play here. They're going Gonzalez out to the flat. Earlier, they didn't hit him. When you see what happens, they're trying to get this little cavity right in here, taking Gonzalez and taking 1 deep. So they're finding Alexander. But this is all a result of the way they have play action pass working for them, the pass protection. You see the big bubble, the void they're going for there. They had deep safety help on the takeoff guy, and nice execution.
27-yard line, 1st and 10. Play action, blocked by Tate. Here comes Bertrand Berry, and the 3rd sack today by the Denver Broncos. And Bertrand Berry gets his 2nd consecutive sack in as many weeks. He had 1 last week against Seattle.
And even Priest Holmes is trying to help out over here. There's a lot of muscle, a lot of strength going on. You're going to see Priest help backside. It's just a blown assignment. There's no way that Priest Holmes was assigned to Barry to block him. That's a blown assignment up front.
He played for the Colts, didn't play last season. Now with Kavika Pittman out, they need guys like Barry to perform.
Yes, they do.
Back at the 32-yard line, second down and 15. Holmes is back in there. The fake by Green. They set up the screen, and I think it may have hit the back, and there goes a flag. It hit Will Shields first, who is an ineligible receiver. Thus the flags on the field.
Right you are, young man. I like that screen, and it's getting it to Priest Holmes. Those linebackers, they've just got to recognize, see those linemen playing cat and mouse up front with them.
Illegal touching. The pass hit number 68 in the back. That's a 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
You know, one of the things we asked Denard Walker in our meetings, how good is this Broncos defense on a scale of 1 to 10? You know, he said, hey, we're an 8. You know, he said, we're playing really well. And so that gives you a feel for how far the Chiefs offense has progressed to have the kind of day they have.
All right, moving back now to the 37, where it's second down and 20. Chiefs with a touchdown run and a 51-yard field goal. Rod Smith touchdown reception. Green is changing the play at the line. Green winds up down the middle to the end zone, incomplete. He was eyeing the rookie, Snoop Minnis, and that's what he wanted Snoop to do. He wanted to come in a little bit more. Incomplete pass. Beasley, you were down there for that play. What'd you see?
Well, it was an excellent pattern, and I'll tell you what I like about Trent. He is not shy about taking a shot downfield. Now, the safety converged. The corner was in pretty good position. Just a well-played defensive play, but I like the fact that Trent stretches out the entire defense.
You know, hey, Bees and Brown underestimated the speed of Minnis on that one, and Green really did have him deep if he'd have got it to the middle of the end zone.
Yeah, if he had thrown it high and right down the middle, there was a little spot where it might have been a catch. He was open.
That was Green's first incompletion from the 37. Third down and 20. It's Holmes, hurdling defenders, slowed up, and finally brought down by Eric Brown at the 25. He runs with such ferocity that may, with that gain of 12, may have gotten the Chiefs into field goal range. Indeed, that's what they're going to try right now on fourth down.
Watch how the right guard leads the way. This is just strong execution by Will Shields. Look how he's out there running around, how he eases through the hole. You know, when you can get your guards downfield like that before they even hit their man, you know you're having success running the ball.
A season-long 51-yard field goal by Peterson before. This from 43 yards. The Kendall Gammon snap. This is on the money. And it's long enough. And it's in. 2 in a row from 51, and that one from 43 yards. A happy Dick Vermeil. The Chiefs extend their lead.
You know what? It all goes back to Vermeil deciding to give him a chance to kick a 51-yarder at the first of the game.
Rock and Arrowhead, 13-7. The Chiefs. Todd Peterson has now made 18 consecutive field goals against the Denver Broncos. And after that 43-yarder, this line drive end-over-end kick is out of bounds. Now back to the 40 with the penalty.
Here, kickoff out of bounds. The ball will be placed 30 yards from the kickoff spot.
All right, tonight on CBS, the CBS Sunday Night Movie, Emmy.
Your little boy just walked in the booth, and I went over and introduced myself, and I said, hi, my name is Santa Claus. He looked at me.
He believes. He's 5. He believes.
So do I.
The Broncos have got to believe. Because right now at the 40 and down 13-7, they got Farad in there with the fake handoff. And he moves up, pocket crumbles, and Rich Owens finally gets him from behind. At the 42, it's a gain of 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8.
The Chiefs' defense has just grown, and Farad recognizes that and realizes that they're a much smarter defense than they were at the beginning of the season, and therefore he did not try to force that ball down the field. They were trying to push it up there. Play action didn't work that time, the Chiefs understanding what their role was.
Rod Smith at the bottom of your screen, second down, long 8, 42-yard line. Farad. He's got a touchdown pass today, throws a dart across the middle, and that pass is caught. It's Carswell. It's a gain of 7. That's his first reception of the season. the game rather, the 26th of the season for him. And they use their tight ends so much in this Denver offense.
I said they're dependable. They don't drop passes. You know, and it's usually in the past when they have the whole cast of characters, McCaffrey and gang, they always are one of those groups that comes in there. You see where they are in the projections and what they've done, and this is a dependable group of receivers.
They're down and 1. From the 49, a look at Blaine Carswell. Davis has the first down, brought down by his former teammate Glenn Cadrez. A gain of 4, tumbles to the 47-yard line.
He was tackled by Greg Wesley.
Well, I've got to tell you, I'm impressed right now with Terrell Davis. His vision, his footwork, seeing where the defense is, and allowing them to misstep and opened up the first down run for him.
Chris Cole has come in as a receiver, as has Scotty Montgomery. And Smith is on the sideline. As Mike Shanahan looks at his plays, first down and 10, 47-yard line, empty backfield. Davis, bottom of his screen. Farad out to the side, caught by Davis, his 12th catch of the year, brought down by Donnie Edwards and by Derek Ransom as he swerves into the 41-yard line, picks up about 5 or 6 yards on the play. It'll be second down, and we're approaching the 2-minute warning.
I tell you what they're approaching here is, and I know they're looking for opportunities, but Davis has about 9 carries. I would give that guy the football. My second half motivation would be to get the ball in number 30's hands, because if he's touching it enough, they've got a chance.
Rod 8 of 9, 82 yards. He's had 5 different receivers for the Denver Broncos this afternoon.
I am impressed. But like I said earlier, I would give the football to Terrell Davis. They've got to run the ball because that's all of that is setting up this running game, or the passing game for them.
Outside the 41, second down, short 5. The fake to Davis, a good seductive move by Farad. The pass down the middle, and it's caught for a first down. And that's the tight end, Patrick Hape. He drags Woods inside the 20 to the 17. It's a pickup of 25 yards, and that is a career-long reception for Patrick Hape, the ex-Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
Watch how he squares the route off. Look at him, come back, look at him. Stay square with it. That's allowed the separation between him and Woods, and again, it's those tight ends we were talking about, how they depend on them. They're dependable, they don't drop passes, and they run good routes.
Denver's got 2 timeouts. Hape is on the sideline. Rod Smith is back in from the Chiefs 17. Farad first and 10. Fires the pass to the side. Bobbled and incomplete. Looking at about the 15-yard line for Rod Smith. It'll be second down and 10. They've thrown to him 6 times today as quarterback Gus Farad. He's caught 4.
You know, hey, Bees, one of the things we kept laughing about this week was that it said Rod Smith feels like he's running on donuts. He looks like he's pretty good today.
Yeah, I know. Those are real. There must be old donuts, you know, solid, old, hard donuts, because he looks good.
Man, no doubt.
And playing with that bad left ankle. Second down and 10. 17-yard line. Clark is on the move. The fake to Davis. Here comes Rich Owens. Looping the pass down the sideline. Incomplete. Flag is down 13-yard line. I think it might be against Kansas City. And maybe against Warfield, who Dick Vermeil sung praises for yesterday.
Holding. 44 defense. That's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
Wow.
And he just got hung up. He didn't know what to do. Rod Smith had him backpedaling. He couldn't get away from him. They got beyond 5 yards. But Vermeil said, look, Warfield's going to make good plays. He's going to make bad plays because Rod Smith's one of the best in the game, and I'm going to leave him out there. I don't care what happens. Son, go out there to learn how to be a football player. I got confidence in you.
Rod Smith has had 7 consecutive 100-yard receiving games. He watches now from the sideline from the 12 with the penalty, first and 10. The fake to Davis, looking for the fullback, Tony Carter. Great open field tackle made by Warfield, a gain of 3 near the 9. Second down, 2 timeouts remaining for Denver. The Chiefs have all 3. We're inside 60 seconds remaining in the first half.
A lot of composure. Going to go and take the huddle with it. Farad doing a nice job managing his offense going down the field here.
Well, you can see what the Broncos offense has done inside 2 minutes of the first half this year. Now facing second down and 7. Again, 2 timeouts for Denver. At the Chiefs 9. Farad fires Fires a pass, incomplete. Looking inside the 5 as Warfield was smothering Rod Smith. No yellow on the field. And now it'll be 3rd and 7. Clock at 29 seconds.
You know, all they're trying to do is confuse the secondary, trying to create doubt in Warfield's mind. But I got to tell you, back down in there now, there's no way. They had him bracketed inside, outside, and over the top.
Chiefs have brought in Maslowski and Gary Stills as linebackers. Looks like Farrat is going to run down the play clock, get a chance to think about some things, and call a timeout, and that's exactly what he does. He burns his second. He has 1 left. A big decision coming from the Denver sideline. The Broncos within striking distance. Denver, the only team in the NFL that has not turned the ball over in the red zone this year. And that's where they are now with 29 seconds remaining in the half. They're down 13-7. They've got 1 timeout remaining. And what would you call here from the 9?
Well, I do anything away from Rod Smith because they bunched him up pretty good.
At the 9, Denver 3rd and 7. A timeout remaining. They bring in one of the electrifying players on this team, Karan Coleman. Now he is in motion out of the backfield. Farrat. Here comes Clemens. Down goes Farrat. What a play! A loss back to the 16-yard line. It's 4th down, and the Kansas City defense holds Denver out of the end zone.
Well, you know, you talk about Clements coming in like he did. Clements is a speed guy who gets out there. He's a speed guy who can get to him. You see him on the end line of scrimmage. Watch how fast they come. Look at him coming around, coming from the outside. Clements, a speed guy that they depend on a lot. Backside coming across. You see linebackers dropping, going over to that side. That's getting rid of Rod Smith. Clements comes. They confused because of the drops. They confused the Broncos' pass protection plan. It broke down. Clements gets to him.
So the Kansas City defense holds them out, holding Denver now to a 3-point try. This will be a 34-yard try by Jason Elam, the 2-time Pro Bowler. 12 consecutive field goals, and Kansas City will burn one of their 3 timeouts. 25 seconds to play. Make Elam think about it a little bit longer. Kind of game we expected.
We knew it would be a good one.
Yes. Well, Tuesday on Eric Warfield has certainly been at center stage and in the spotlight this afternoon.
He's had his work, hasn't he? I mean, they need to feed him at halftime because he's been all over the field chasing Rod Smith.
Well, last time Elam missed inside 40 yards was here in Kansas City last December. He tries a 34-yarder right now. Snap is in, and he gets it. And Denver gets 3 with 20 seconds remaining in the first half. But it is a defensive victory for the Chiefs, considering that Mike Shanahan had his offense planted at the 9. Earlier we showed you the AFC playoff picture. Now the NFC playoff picture, and the best team on there, well, there might be 2 good teams on there, St. Louis and Green Bay at the top of the heap.
Yeah, you talk about Philadelphia, and here's Washington down through here. I mean, you know, that NFC East is a real weird kind of division. New Orleans, Dan Reeves has done a very good job quietly this year.
And the Giants are kind of in that fray too, although their record is not as good as Washington, Atlanta, or New Orleans. They win yesterday, and they're on CBS next week. They are 6-7, a huge game against Seattle.
That's a ship that has a lot of holes in it. They've got fingers plugging all these holes up, trying to keep it afloat.
Well, the Chiefs are anticipating a short kickoff by Elam. They have brought Dante Hall almost to the 10-yard line. Let's see what he does. He'll boot it. And Hall at about the 10. Seaman, there he goes with the kicker to beat. A flag has been thrown. Elam is chasing Hall. Hall has never scored a touchdown in the NFL. And he is shot out of bounds by Jimmy Spencer inside the 10-yard line. But a flag is down at the 34. And I'm guessing it's against the Chiefs. He had a 71-yard kickoff return last week against the Raiders. That is good for 81 yards, but now that will wipe it away. Because the clock is at 10 seconds, the Chiefs would have had at least one shot.
Illegal block in the back. Number 29 of the return team during the run back. 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's the veteran Jason Belzer.
Left side of your screen coming in there, you're going to see a block coming to the back. Right here. Wham! There it goes. You know, boom, here he is right here in the back. And that is, you know, you can't boo the officials. That's a bad block. That's the kind of season, though, that the Chiefs have had. They give you a little bit, take a little bit back. You know, good play here, pull it back.
They're going to run out the clock.
That's a cheap. Be good in here, be good.
You see the Denver defense, and they have lost two starters today. Denard Walker, Kavika Pittman. They may return in the second half, but no word yet from the Denver sideline. Trent Green began 5 of 5 this afternoon. And Gus Frerotte began 8 of 9. He does have a touchdown pass to Rod Smith.
Coach.
And he's got the coach, and Beasley will send it down to you with Mike Shanahan.
All right, Coach, just kind of evaluate the first half and what you'll say to the guys.
Well, it's a tight game. We just got to come out in the second half and make some plays and kind of slow down the running game.
Now, what about the penalties, Coach? You had 3 penalties and some almost fights in the game. You concerned about the emotion?
Well, you can't make those mistakes. You can't get caught up in the emotions. We had a couple silly penalties, and it hurt us.
All right, thank you, Coach. Back upstairs, Cap.
All right, thank you, Bees. The Chiefs have 2 Todd Peterson field goals, a touchdown run by Priest Holmes. Denver has a Frerotte touchdown pass and an Elam field goal. An important game for the Denver Broncos. They've got to win to stay in the playoff race. At the half, they trail by 3.
Coverages, and that's helping his teammates out.
Elam sets to kick off. The ball falls off the tee. Well, Denver's got 30 minutes, Craig, with which to work, and a lot of their season hangs in the balance about what happens in the third and fourth quarter in this building this afternoon.
And I do like where Denver's going, though. I mean, Frerotte being able to come back in the game, only missed 1 play there. I like the way they're running the football. I like the play-action passes that are working for them. The Broncos are in good shape.
And Elam's second half kickoff. We are underway. Dante Hall at about the 14-yard line. Oh, and a fumble on the play, and it's loose. A jarring hit. The pile you see, Broncos think they've got it. It's at the 26, 27-yard line. And Denver has the ball. What a way to begin the second half. The game's first turnover.
And this is exactly what Dick Vermeil just said to Beasley coming out at halftime. Special teams can't make mistakes. They have let this team down time and time again. They're a young team, and yes, they want to play and do well, but this is where you got to be smart and realize your journey is over and cover it up. But they busted Hall on this one for sure.
27-yard line, and that's where Denver will start it. First down and 10 with the game's first turnover. Gus Frerotte, who has thrown a touchdown pass, will pitch out. Terrell Davis. Good block by Trey Teague, then brought down by Woods and rookie Eric Downing. Gain of 2 or 3 on the play and down near the 25. Back mark him at the 24. As you see what happens when the Chiefs win, they don't turn it over. And like everybody else, when they lose, turnover is usually the main culprit.
It's pretty easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's in a crazy game. Stop the run the football, don't turn it over.
Second down, as you see Dante Howard just fumbled the ball on a long 7. The pitch out to Davis. Here comes Cottrez, his ex-teammate, and they pound him at the 27-yard line. Great pursuit by Kansas City. Loss of 2 on the play. Donnie Edwards getting up and shaking the cobwebs off, and there's Cottrez.
You know, they're going to try to stretch to get to the outside over here, but I don't think he does a nice job of getting his hook out here. You see, when he gets to the outside, he just doesn't get there. Lipsis is not there. They've got the angles on him. There's nowhere for him to go. And, you know, that's the kind of thing, you know, I believe that setting your paths as an offensive line is something the Broncos haven't done yet. Their offensive line just haven't been able to get into a rhythm.
Third down and 10. Third down conversion for the Broncos this season in the middle of the pack from the 27-yard line. Frerotte, good time. Hit as he throws off the fingertips, ricocheting incomplete off of Terrell Davis. So the Chiefs hold him out of the end zone, but looks like Denver will try for 3 and may try to cash in.
And this is part of the growth that Vermeil was talking about, his team. They said on Wednesday and Thursday they had a very spirited workout. And I really believe they're building off of that Oakland loss last week. This is an example of what happens. You answer the bell here. The Chiefs normally would have caved in after this turnover. They came out and stopped them.
45-yard try. High snap, pulled down, and for the tie, it is no good. He missed in Kansas City last year in December. He misses today in Kansas City. Much to the surprise of Mike Shanahan.
The NFL's consent is prohibited.
High snap on the 45-yard miss moments ago by Elam. David Diaz and Fonte with the snap. And on that miss, the Chiefs take over the 35, first and 10. Outside it goes to Smith Dennis. They're working on the veteran Jimmy Spencer. It's a gain of 9, just like that. Completed pass up to the 44. Again, Denard Walker is out. Spencer's taken his place, and Green has gone after Spencer a couple times today.
Several times, including a run around the corner for a touchdown once they brought Spencer in there. But this really has changed up the whole mindset of what they wanted to accomplish in Denver. And that was for Delta O'Neal on Tony Gonzalez. So Gonzalez should get a chance here.
Second down and 1 from the 44. It's Priest Holmes. Blocked by Kennison, nothing out there. And John Mobley is the one who finally made the tackle. No gain. Tomorrow on CBS, 13 consecutive field goals, including one earlier today. Before that misses, you take a look at John Mobley. Third down and 1, shy of the 45. The fake to Holmes. Here comes Washington. Here goes the pass, and Tony Gonzalez has his first catch today. Angling out of bounds at the 37. It's a gain of 20 and a Chiefs first down.
We just showed you John Mobley. Mobley's up there. He has to respect Priest Holmes with the running game. They do the play action. Mobley drives straight up in there trying to stop him, and then Gonzalez leaks in behind the void created by Mobley and those linebackers trying to stop Priest Holmes on the 3rd and 1. They finally get him in the game.
He is the number 2 NFL tight end in receptions. That was his 59th of the season. Now he's in there with Jason Dunn. He's a great blocking tight end. Watch something to the right. On the 36, first and 10. The reverse to Kennison. A handoff from Holmes. And Trent Green is leading the blocking. Down the sideline he goes and knocked out of bounds by Al Wilson. And his quarterback leading the entourage. A 15-yard gain to the 22 of the Denver Broncos.
And old Kennison getting a little work. Now look right here. Look at Romo. Look him going crazy. He's wanting to shift to get over there. That's a distraction. He gets his teammates over there, and the Chiefs had the perfect play called at the right time. Kennison comes around. Trent Green down the field. Number 10 gets a little block going, and they confused the Broncos. Broncos unsure where they were, and the right call on by the Chiefs.
Kennison's had some imprints on this game.
Yes, he has.
First and 10. On the 22, the pitch out to Holmes, a block by Richardson, nothing doing. Great defense. Eric Brown, Reggie Hayward, loss of 2 on the play. Kavika Pittman is still out. Hayward has taken his place. The rookie, a 3rd-round pick.
And done a nice job at the point of attack 2 times now. The Chiefs are trying to run over there with Priest Holmes. They're bottling it up.
Holmes has 65 yards on the ground and 14 carries today.
You know, he's one of those guys, though. He slips through, and all of a sudden he goes 40 yards.
Bang.
You know.
Like you used to do.
What, going to the kitchen?
Like you used to do at the Patriots. Second down, 12. Inside the 24. Good block by Holmes on Romanowski. Time for the quarterback, Green. Eyeing Alexander. There's no call yet. There it is, the touchdown. A 24-yard strike to Derek Alexander.
I would say the Chiefs kind of answered the bell with the defensive stand. Look at Gonzalez in the middle of the field right here. He gets to the middle. He hooks up there. Alexander over the top. They had pulled the safety, Eric Brown, out of position. Nobody in the middle of the field to help out.
Peterson extra point. 24-yard strike to Derek Alexander. The Chiefs beat the Broncos last December here, cost them the division title. Will they beat them today and knock them out of the playoffs?
Nothing's better. Dr. Pepper.
So Kansas City fumbles. on the opening kickoff. Denver misses a field goal. Chiefs come back with the touchdown pass. Moments to go to Alexander. Now the ensuing kickoff. That's Chris Cole. Brought down by Jason Belzer. Remember, he was the one that was penalized, negating an 81-yard run by Dante Hall. 11-yard return. Now, was he in or was he out?
Watch his right foot, and then he'll drag the left toe. Right foot is down with the ball in his hands. He drags the left foot across the grass, clearly in. But Shanahan was trying to get the flag out. He wanted to challenge the play.
We asked him about this yesterday. He says, I don't have anything special. Our assistant coaches look at the replay. I look at it on the board, and that's how we make our decision. First down and 10. We're starting field position today for Farrat from the 16. Pocket crumbles. The dart is gone. Rod Smith working on Moorfield. Slants his way to the 28. A quick gain of 13 yards and a Denver first down.
You know, and what happens here is Donnie Edwards doesn't get back in that passing lane. Look at him drive to the outside. He'll push and come right back inside. Warfield really working hard. But Edwards, 59, will come into your screen. He had not gotten back out over there because Farrat was looking right. Just a lot of time. That's a real long ways down the progression chart.
First down and 10. Look at the day of Rod Smith outside the 28. The block by Lexus. Time for the quarterback, and a pass is caught downfield by Carswell. Tackle made by Warfield. Another gain of 13 yards past the 40. And the Broncos continue to move a field after beginning this drive on their 16 and following the game. Log on to NFL.com and get the latest information on how the playoff picture is shaping up. A lot going out there. NFL.com or AOL keyword NFL.com. Kevin Harlan, Craig James, Beasley Reese in frenzied Arrowhead. Couple good strikes by Farrat outside the 40. First and 10. Fake handoff to Davis. He's done that all day. Chased by Contreras. One hops his receiver. Montgomery, incomplete pass. Second down and 10.
Oh, nice coverage by Ray Crockett. Nice job of staying in the back pocket, though. I mean, Farrat, 12 out of 17, he's having a good game. He is very well in control of his body, of his throws. He's smart. He threw the ball in the dirt right there rather than throwing it up and having an interception.
This is a big game for him. It's almost an audition, isn't it, Craig, for next year?
Oh, no question. He knows that. He realized this is a setup game for him and his agent in the offseason because he wants to go somewhere next year and be the man.
Second down and 10. Farrat again, the free agent to be, fires down the sideline, incomplete. That whistles over the head of Scotty Montgomery. Incomplete pass. It'll be third and 10 as we pass it off to our friend Jim Nantz in New York.
All right, Kevin. Kitten is in at quarterback for Cincinnati. The starter, Achilles Smith, out with a hamstring injury. Kitten drives them here. Corey Dillon's second touchdown of the day. The Bengals had not scored more than a touchdown in the last 5 games. That is until today. Really run it right down the Jets defense all day long. 14-3. Let's go back to you two.
And Jim, you know that the Jets have lost 5 consecutive December games from last year to this year coming into today. Unbelievable. Third down and 10 from the 40 for Farrat. Pocket crumbles. He's on the run. Here comes Derek Ransom. There goes the pass down the sideline. It's caught by Casper, but was he inbounds? The discussion, he is there. He got it. It's a first down to the Kansas City 38. A good pickup of 21. Craig on third down and 10.
Oh, this is like playing on your schoolyard, you know? Throw me the ball to the outside, tippy toe, get them in. That one there, I can see green there. How can you challenge that? You saw green in front of that toe.
Why not? The flag is out there. The Chiefs are going to challenge it. And what is ironic about this is last week, the Chiefs made a challenge for the first time all season. They were the last team in the NFL to challenge a play all year, league-wide, and now they do it for a second consecutive game.
Well, based on what I saw right there, that's going to be a challenge.
Kansas City has challenged a ruling on the field of a completed catch.
And there's a talk around the league, you know, how do teams handle if a play should be reviewed? And we asked Mike Shanahan this question last night. He said, hey, if it's only going to cost me a timeout, why not challenge it? As you can see, the feet down, and they appear to be inbounds, and that should be a catch. If there's anything that says it shouldn't.
Well,
but Shanahan said his assistant coaches look up at the screen like we do, and they then radio down to say, yeah, challenge it or do not challenge it.
Yeah, he has possession of this ball right now. There is possession. He's in control of the football, and it has to be conclusive again. You know, about a third of them are overturned, the ruling on the field. But right there, from what I've seen so far, he's got that. That's a great, great catch. You know, back to what you were talking about with Mike Shanahan, he goes off his gut. You know, some of these guys, and he too, they have a guy that's assigned to help them out, make those calls.
But he says his coaches watch so much tape, they know better than anybody.
Absolutely. Just like here, you can see this right here. We watch a ton of tape. I see green in front of that left foot.
That's a catch by the young Kevin Casper, who missed some playing time, up to 6 weeks with a sprained ankle. 6th-round pick out of Iowa. And of course, he is part of a succession of wide receivers. Ed McCaffrey has lost early in the season, then Casper was gone. Then Montgomery was injured. He had a knee. 3 weeks he was gone. And so that has really debilitated this offense from time to time throughout the season.
They messed their substitutions out. You know, 3 and 4 packages. They couldn't really be as creative as they wanted to be with the substitutions.
So you'd call it a catch?
Oh, yeah, this is a catch.
And I'd call it a catch.
But we didn't have anything going on this one.
No.
Huh?
You mean there's no juice on this one?
No, yeah, you know, juice like a burger, you know, a dog. Although you and I never eat
well,
much.
no. It's a good game to watch because it has so much meaning. The Chiefs feel they turned the corner last week with their 2-point loss to Oakland because they stuck with it. A very winnable game for the Chiefs last week. And Denver, of course, has so much on the line.
After reviewing the play stands as called. It is a catch.
And that is a 21-yard reception, a career-long reception for the rookie, Kevin Casper.
Bernie Kukar was just looking for a reason to overturn it, couldn't find it.
38-yard line, and that is a first down. Kansas City losing a timeout. Now they've got 2. Montgomery to the bottom of his screen. Farad gives off to the workhorse today, Terrell Davis. He bangs his way for a yard, is met by Wesley and Edwards and Tyrone Williams. He's got 12 rushes today for 32 yards for Denver.
Man, Davis is met in the hole by Donnie Edwards and company. It's like they know where he's going. You know, Terrell Davis makes a living by running past people. Priest Holmes makes a living by dancing around and then going past you. It's like the Chiefs know if he's going right, he's going right. I'm going to get to that lane.
2nd down and 9. Number 37. Farad across the middle. Oh, he's got Rod Smith. It's a foot race with Warfield. And then he puts his shoulder into the defender. He's out of bounds near the 16-yard line. Picks up 20 yards. When he catches the ball, buckle up because you don't know where it's going.
Hey, he gets beat right at the line of scrimmage. Warfield gets no bump on him. He doesn't touch him at all. He comes right across immediately. He loses the battle at the line of scrimmage at the snap. And that's what Vermeil was saying. My guy's going to learn. And that's a lesson taught well by Rod Smith on it. If you don't touch me and you have no help on the inside, you're beaten.
That has been our featured matchup today. 6 carries, or rather 6 catches for Rod Smith. 84 yards and a touchdown. 16-yard line, 1st and 10, empty backfield. Farad, outside he goes. It's the fullback, Tony Carter. No gain on the play because Woods was all over him. Carter makes his 8th reception of the season. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
I like the Broncos game plan going on right now. They're still trying to run the football with not a lot of success. Farad's just finding the receivers. He's hitting them, and Rod Smith is carrying them underneath.
Farad working closely this week with Gary Kubiak on the sideline. The offensive coordinator, he and Shanahan call the plays. 2nd down and 10 from the 16. Rod Smith with the great catch, got in this great position. The pitch out. That goes to Mike Anderson. First time we have seen him today. And dives for 8 yards. He's been in and out of the lineup, kind of working around the availability of Terrell Davis all season long. The ball's at the 8 for the Denver Broncos.
They're going to toss it, but look at the kick out. The play is designed to go inside. It's not really a toss sweep to the outside there. You see the log, the kick out by the fullback. Anderson gets down the hill in a hurry with a lot of power. As soon as he sees it, fullback up inside. Tony Carter found his man, knocked him out. Nice pickup.
10th play of the drive. In the backfield will be Scotty Montgomery. 3rd down and 2. near the 8. Now the empty backfield and 5 receivers deployed. Farrat fires the pass, and it's caught by Smith on a dive at the 4. On 3rd and 2. And he picks up the first down. 1st and goal to go, Denver.
Yeah, you know, Donnie Edwards over in the slot this time, and they're maybe trying a little different approach to it. But this is, again, a wide receiver in my mind. And I know Donnie Edwards is a good guy in coverage, but he can't deal with Rod Smith.
Few can.
Not many can. And knowing it's a 3rd and short, he gets the first down required yardage, turns around, hooks it up with Farrat. How good is Farrat? Farrat's hit like 6 different receivers in this game, spreading it around.
Greasy out with the concussion. 1st and goal at the 4. The fake. Here comes Farrat. Looks like he's going to run it himself. Chased by Owens. Chased by Cagres. The dive. He's in. Oh, what a run by Farrat. A touchdown for Denver. And he paid the price. The second time he has been flat on his face and whacked and needing assistance on the field. Boy, the entire Kansas City defense followed Davis this way. Farrat went that way, and we have an injury. But a Denver touchdown.
Tremendous effort. Glenn Cagres, number 51, as soon as he recognizes that it's a run, he gets to the outside. Farrat back to the inside, driven to the ground.
Farrat just walked off the field. We'll update him in a second. The extra point by Elam. He strokes it in. A touchdown run by Gus Farrat, who is belted on the play, but got over the pylon and in. And again, Denver comes back and they trail by 3. Touchdown run by Farrat. They're still looking at him on the side. He had a neck injury in the first half. And the ensuing kickoff to Dante Hall, who fumbled the last time he got it. Got a block. There goes a flag and a shove. And you maybe see a clip out there.
Another push in the back.
George Coghill, 48, with the tackle. Yep, it is against Kansas City. Good eyes. Good eyes, Craig. So Farrat hurt his neck in the first half and got belted again there, and they're looking at him on the sideline as the Chiefs draw another penalty.
Illegal block in the back. Number 55 of the return team during the run back. 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
Second special teams penalty. You talked about the bad special teams of a week ago in Oakland.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there's no question. Well, again, they're letting them down right now, even though Peterson has a couple of nice field goals in this game. That's about 290, 300 pounds of Owens falling on somebody right there. And if you don't think that hurts, try jumping off the top of your couch at home. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. And put the piano on your back, you know.
So they look at Gus. Jarius Jackson is warming up. He's already come in once today for Farrat. There he is. 1st down and 10. 14-yard line. Priest Holmes. Some blocking ahead. Oh, then belted by Coghill and grabbed by McLaughlin and torn back, and a gain of about 3 to 4 on the play. Let's go to New York in our studios at Jim Nance.
All right, with the Jags up 9-0, Brunell trying to put them in the dog pound instead. The dogs are loose. It's Anthony Henry, the rookie from South Florida. He leads the NFL with 9 interceptions, 2 of them today, 97 yards, and the Browns are back in it with 2 minutes to play 3rd quarter. Let's go back to Kevin and Craig.
A lot of injuries. Thank you, Jim. A lot of injuries for both those 2 teams. Mark Brunell, in fact, injured coming into today. They got a good one there. As we do here, 2nd down and 6. We're about the 17. Pocket crumbles. There goes a flag and a pass by Brunell. It's intercepted, bobbled, and dropped by Spencer. Incomplete pass. And he's taking the place of the injured Denard Walker. Another penalty against the Chiefs.
And you know what? Last week I watched it against Seattle. Denver started dropping people out, and they confused.
Holding. 54 offense. Half the distance to the goal. Still 2nd down.
Ryan Waters.
And they confused the blocking, and that's what happens there. You confuse that offensive line, and they don't know what to block or who to block, and they hold.
Beasley, what do you have?
Well, I'm down here just a few feet away from Gus Farrat, and the medical crew is performing all of the tests consistent with checking for a shoulder injury and also looking at his neck. I won't go any further than that until I get an official medical report from the Broncos staff. Back to you.
Great. Good to have your eyes down there. That's a developing story. 2nd down and 15. We're outside the 9 with the penalty. And the draw play handoff to Holmes, who scurries up the middle. Gill had a hand on him and others. Gain of 6 on the play by Priest Holmes. The NFL's leading rusher coming into this afternoon.
You know, when I first started watching him play, I would say, man, the defensive guys, they're just horrible tacklers. But the more you watch him play, the more you realize why they're bad tacklers against him. He's so shifty east and west that you can't just unload and go drill through him. And because of that, you get a lot of guys trying to tackle him up around the shoulder pads, and they just can't bring him down.
3rd down and 9, an important play in the game, especially for the Denver defense. Broncos are gaining momentum. Green down the middle. Oh, what a catch by Gonzalez, and he's off. Galloping down the side. Grabbed by Eric Davis. Breaks that tackle. Finally grabbed by Wilson at midfield. It's a 36-yard completion. A season long to Tony Gonzalez. And the Chiefs definitely with some breathing space now.
All right, so what the heck? He's double teamed. Let's just go ahead and still throw him the football. Safety Kennedy's on one side. You see the linebacker trying to get him from the other. He beats him. The beautiful pass, that touch pass to get it to Gonzalez. Even with 2 guys, they were able to get the ball to him.
2 receptions for Tony today, both on 3rd down. Now the Chiefs at the Denver 49, leading by 3 late 3rd quarter. 1st and 10. Green, the opposite way. Gonzalez, he slipped, gets back up. Bertrand Berry is there to douse him at the 46. And some shoving away from the play between Jason Dunn, Kenoy Kennedy, and Jimmy Spencer. Broken up quickly. A lot of little skirmishes throughout the afternoon between these 2 teams.
You let it get closer to the end of this ball game, and you'll really see some skirmishing going on by Denver.
Jets are coming back against Cincinnati. James Dirth with the touchdown. The Colts trying to salvage what they can out of this miserable season. And look at Chicago.
Wow.
They're going to 10-3 if they can beat the Buccaneers, and problems for the Buccaneers and Tony Dungy. 2nd down and 13. Loss of 4 in the previous play from the 48. The pitch out to Holmes. A Wegman block. A fumble on the play. And it's loose. And Pete Washington says he's got it. The Chiefs have fumbled once today on a kickoff. And it's Denver's ball. Kansas City's 2nd turnover this afternoon. Holmes has had 1 fumble all season. 1 fumble all season. A couple weeks ago against Philadelphia here in Arrowhead.
You saw the ball out wide from his body. He did never get the ball back tucked underneath the armpit. The ball gets scored, knocked out, and you know the defense. And I'll tell you what, the Broncos defense has stepped it up here in the 2nd half. They're playing a lot better.
New quarterback for Denver, you see, is number 17. Jarius Jackson coming in. So they've got Greasy with the concussion on the sideline. Gus Frerotte with the bad shoulder. And Jackson is in.
Roll the guy. Get him out of the pocket. Don't set him in the pocket. Use his athletic ability to get to the side and make some plays. That's what he's used to doing, and he's comfortable with it.
He's thrown 1 career pass, and everybody jumping off sides there. Penalty flags all over the field. False start is what they said.
Saw what they were doing, too. They were going to fake the boot, toss.
False start. 62 offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
That's on Dan Neal, and to Beasley Reese we go.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. They are taking Gus Frerotte into the locker room right now for further observation. He has an injured right shoulder. This is official from the Broncos. Return questionable. It does not look good as he is on the cart right now. Back to you.
Thank you, Beasley. 1st and 15 with that penalty against Denver, 49-yard line. So in the most important game of the season for the Broncos, they've got a young quarterback in there who throws his 2nd career pass, which is caught by Carswell, breaking tackles. Down the sideline he goes for Denver 1st down. A heady play by the young Notre Dame quarterback. It's a gain of 16 yards on the play. And he goes to his great outlet tight end, Dwayne Carswell.
That's exactly what I said to do with him. You know, don't put him back in the pocket. Fake that toss sweep. Roll it around to the right side. His athletic ability is going to give him some plays. Now, the backside players of the Chiefs have got to be responsible. This is great execution by the Broncos, but they have to understand, too, what he can play with and what he can do as a quarterback.
1st down and 10, the Chiefs 34. It's Terrell Davis. Oh, look at the mammoth hole. He climbs through. Brought down inside the 20 at the 17 by Warfield and Wesley. It's a gain of 16 yards. That's a pretty good insurance policy standing in the back of young Jarius Jackson.
And you know what's happening here is at the backside. Now there's some uncertainty over here. There's going to be a pretty good little void on this side of the line of scrimmage. You see the draw there as they come through to the draw play. Lots of people all up the field. There's nobody. This is all over pursuit. There's lack of discipline on that time of the run discipline of the Chiefs defense.
Rod Smith is out. It's a 1st and 10, 17 of Kansas. A fumble on the exchange with the center, Tom Naylor. And did Jackson get it? Looks like he's got it. He did. Cradles it like a baby, and these are to be expected.
That's a magnetic baby. How did that ball get back to him?
Was it shoved?
Holy mackerel. That ball looked like that was going red and went back to the white jersey. Oh, this is a horrible feeling as an offensive player. Look at that. How did he...
Well, he played at Notre Dame. Maybe there's some divine intervention there.
They haven't had much lately.
Remember, the Broncos are the only team in the NFL without a red zone turnover this year. 2nd down, 11. Back inside the 19. Jackson. Pocket crumbles, but this is what he does. He can scramble, he can move, and he can run, and there he goes. And he's down inside the 15 to the 13, and he picks up 4, which takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. The Broncos have lost 3 starters, yet they're within 3 of the Chiefs at the end of 3 in Kansas City. An incredible game at Arrowhead in Kansas City. Kevin Harlan alongside Craig James and Beasley Reese. Mike Shanahan has lost his starting cornerback, his starting quarterback, and a starting defensive lineman. But his defense has notched 3 sacks. And now they're on the move in the red zone as we begin the 4th quarter.
You talk about a team that just plays terrible. 4th quarter scoring, their last 5 games are horrible. And that's why they have that 3-2 record down there. I mean, this is a team that if they want to be in the playoffs, today's the day. This is the quarter. The whole season for the Broncos comes down to 1 quarter right now.
They've got the ball at the Kansas City 14. 3rd down and 7. Jarius Jackson taking the place of Gus Frerotte, who is replacing the injured Brian Greasy. It goes off to Casper on the end around, and Dwayne Clemens does it again along with Glenn Kadrez, Mike Meslowski, and others. A loss of 4. And he is back to about the 18-yard line. And so Kansas City's defense holds, and they'll try to tie it with an Elam field goal. He's already missed one today.
Clements, Eric Hicks, the outside perimeter of the Chiefs defense will be under pressure here. I didn't like that call there. I mean, everybody's expecting Jarius Jackson or somebody to the outside.
Elam missed his last to 45. This will be from 36 yards away for the tie. And we're knotted at 20 apiece. 40 seconds into the 4th quarter. The Denver Broncos have scored on 4 of the last 5 possessions. Moments ago, Elam a 36-yard field goal. Get ready to kick off to Dante Hall. We're early in the 4th quarter. Hall from inside the 10. Walked up, brought down. Detron Smith among many that were there. And Dominguez also. 15-yard return. Timeout. After the kickoff by Denver and the 36-yard field goal by Elam. Chiefs 1st down and 10, 24-yard line. Tied at 20. Green stumbles a bit as he sets up in the pocket. Winds up, goes deep, and looking for Kennison. Oh, what a catch! Inside the Denver 35, the ex-Bronco who bailed out on the team before a game in November and supposedly causing ill will among the Broncos, coming back to get him today.
Now, the only indigestion he's handing out right now is on Jimmy Spencer, number 33. No help from the middle of the field on the safety. This is the deep threat. This is the speed guy that Trent Green was talking about. He's saying, hey, look, I just look forward to him learning our offense because he has flashes one week because he's been on so many different teams. Like, wait, am I supposed to do this or that?
Right. They played for Vermeil in St. Louis. 42-yard gain, 34 of Denver, 1st and 10. Priest Holmes, a lead block by Gonzalez, shoves the pile down to the 29. Tackled by Bertrand Berry. Gain of 5 to 6 on the play.
Man, you talk about athleticism and courage and the way they play. Watch him come inside. Tony Gonzalez, you know, he hasn't had a lot of receptions today, but watch him lead the way up in here. Find the linebacker, locks up on him, gives him the option here for the run. Now, Priest Holmes is a good running back, Tony Gonzalez is a superstar who doesn't mind getting up in there, does he?
Not at all. You called it from the 29. Second down and 5. Green quickly to the side. And on the money to the rookie from Florida State, Marvin Snoop Minnis. He gets a first down and picks up 8 on second down and 5. Spot him at the 22.
Yeah, Snoop Minnis this time, huh?
They keep working on Spencer taking the place of the injured Denard Walker.
They're on him over there. And this guy here, he's got his work cut out. He's a little soft in his coverage there that time. Just his pitch and catch. Snoop Minnis, another one of those guys. So today we're not hearing a lot of Tony Gonzalez. We're hearing Snoop Minnis and we're hearing Eddie Kinnison.
22-yard line, first down and 10. Somebody jump, no yellow on the field. There it comes, and here comes Holmes, tackled by Mobley, but he crawls inside the 15 to the 14-yard line, an 8-yard gain as it stands right now. And somebody jumps, you can see Bernie Kukar, our referee today, discussing it, and it's against the Broncos. No word on Gus Frerotte, still being looked at in the Denver locker room. Beasley Reese is on that story.
Offside. Nose guard on the defense. That penalty is declined. Second down.
You know what? The defensive tackles, they have to make the plays. These guys on the inside, they have to win the battle. When they jump off sides like that and they're out of position, that allows that more athletic Kansas City offensive line to get around the corner and get the positioning.
Gonzalez lines up in the backfield. Now he switches with Richardson. Second down and 2 at the 14. Green in the second half has gone 7 of 7. Holmes, big hole. Tackled by Al Wilson after a gain of 4 to the 10. And that's another first down. Now is it first and goal or first and 10? We'll have to see where they spot it. It'll be first and 10. They're just a nose of the football outside the 10-yard line.
That was a really nice tackle by Al Wilson. A really nice tackle, because open space like that with Priest Holmes is tough to bring down.
He leads them in tackling. So outside the 10, the Chiefs can get a first down. Richardson is on the move. Holmes in the backfield. Holmes the call. Brian Waters blocked. Romanowski's knocked away. And Holmes out of bounds. At about the 8. Look at the 9. He picks up 2 on the play. You know, one of the great things you were looking about, yards after contact for Priest Holmes.
And you know, that's just a big number. You know, 22 touches, getting 41 more yards after contact. And that's what they talk about so often.
He has 93 for the game total.
Yes, I mean, you know, you put those numbers in there, and that's what's making him have a big day and putting a lot of pressure on those tackles.
Second down and 8 from the 9. Green. Oh, here comes the rush. He's brought down. What a great blitz by Kenoy Kennedy. Kennedy gets his first sack of his career. A loss of 4. That's the 4th sack by Denver today, pushing him back to the 20-yard line.
Hey, and they're bunched up. They are committed right here. They're in the middle. Kennedy makes his way through there. And again, that's a timing deal. You got to get rid of the football. There's a blitz read there. You've got to throw the football. He has nowhere to go with it and takes the sack. Ray Rhodes, defensive coordinator, pushed the right button that time.
Former head coach of Green Bay, last year defensive coordinator with the Redskins, 3rd and 19 at the 20. Outside Holmes, a block by Shields. Oh, and he squirts through to the 10. He picks up 10 when it looked like he might only get 10 inches. How does he do it? I mean, how in the, he's not that big a guy.
Down. He got lost. I'm telling you, he just got lost inside the blocking. He stayed in their hole. I mean, this is a running back that is smart and disciplined. Watch how when he gets to the outside, the linemen are all stretching to get out there. Now watch what he does. He gets in the hole here, and look how he hides behind him. Will Shields, he's right there on his hip pocket. He's there. That's discipline. Stay with him. Stay with him. Shields better keep moving because he's ready.
Peterson will try a 28-yard field goal, and it is no good. He missed one from 28 last week in Oakland. Oh, that's exactly how you feel if you're Dick Vermeil. You can't believe it. Your kicker has knocked one in from 51, from 43 today, and he misses a chip shot from 28. We are still tied. That's the mayor's Christmas tree, and Todd Peterson shouldn't run for mayor. He just missed a 28-yard field goal, which would have given the Chiefs the lead. Now Jarius Jackson for the 21st and 10 after the Peterson field goal miss. And grinding his way for 3 yards is Davis. Or is it Carter? Let's see, they got caught up in there. It is Davis. Carter was the lead blocker. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. We're tied at 20. Peterson just missed the field goal like he missed last week in Oakland, which would have given the Chiefs a different story.
Hadn't heard from number 80, Rod Smith, in a while.
24-yard line, 2nd down and 7. Here comes the rush, and Jackson throws a pass, which is caught by Carswell. Shy of a 1st down. He picks up 6. It'll be 3rd down and 1. The best NFL coverage on the net, including expert analysis and live scoreboards. Go to cbs.sportsline.com or America Online. Keyword CBS Sportsline.
Well, here comes a little pressure on the perimeter here. I doubt Jackson sits in the pocket. They got to be disciplined outside.
3rd down 1 from the 29, and operating with an empty backfield. Jarius Jackson, quarterback sneak. Oh, he's got it with ease. Gains 3 and a 1st down. That wasn't even a question. Lenny Friedman, the left guard. Tom Nalen, the center, plowing ahead.
Pretty smart play, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh, that's a really smart play. Look at the few red jerseys that are inside. They've gone empty set. Everybody's on the outside.
The Chiefs have an injury. It appears to be Dwayne Clemens, and we take a timeout. What a situation the Denver Broncos are in today. Brian Griese out with the concussion, 3rd quarterback. Their starter today, Gus Frerotte, out with a bad neck, and now they got Jarius Jackson.
And their whole playoff hopes hinge on having a guy named Jarius Jackson at quarterback. That means Gary Kubiak has to manage the Chiefs defense and his young quarterback.
1st down and 10 from the 32. Jackson fires a pass downfield, incomplete, looking for Rod Smith. Now 2nd down and 10. Well, Denver is just right on the edge at 7 and 6, looking from the outside in.
And there are a lot of guys that are trying to jump up in that category here. You see the Jets struggling today. I mean, they know they've got to win 10 football games to get in the playoffs. And only 2 teams since 1990 who had 10 wins didn't make the playoffs.
In other words, they can't lose the rest of the year.
Certainly this quarter here. They got about 7 minutes of football to get it done.
2nd down and 10, 32 for Jarius Jackson. Fake handoff, a good pick. Here comes Rich Owens. The pass swung down the sideline, incomplete. Is there any way you think they could bring back Griese? I am assuming there is not any thought to that whatsoever. But he is the emergency quarterback now, and there he is in the sideline with the concussion that forced Mike Shanahan to make him the number 3 quarterback today.
10 years ago, 15 years ago in the NFL, Griese be playing today.
Think so?
But, oh, no doubt, man. I mean, there's no telling how many guys had concussions in the old days, and they just kept playing because there wasn't a big deal. But with Steve Young and Troy Aikman and all these guys so publicized about the concussions, guys just have to be much more cautious with them.
Huge play, 3rd down and 10 from the 32. Montgomery in motion out of the backfield. Jackson sets, winds and throws, and it's caught. But can he get the 1st down yardage? It's close. He was hit so hard he lost his hat. But Dwayne Carswell rolls and may have gotten the 1st down. He was in a thicket of Kansas City defenders.
That guy's got a thicket for a hairdo.
It's a lot up on top.
How can you lose your helmet with that kind of wig? But, you know, this is a wonderful job here. They had rolled him out earlier, and they'd stopped that. This time they put him in the pocket, and they give him a chance to throw the ball down the field. Great effort by Carswell. Great job of knowing where he's got to go for the 1st down.
Good-looking pass, too, by Jackson.
Yes, it was.
Considering the situation, considering what he's up against, he had only thrown 1 NFL pass coming into today. They got it by that much. And the 5th catch today by Carswell. That is a season high.
And you go back to what we spoke about earlier in this game, the tight end position being the comfort zone, the cushion, the blanket for these quarterbacks in Denver. And they've done it for years and years, especially now that McCaffrey's not in the lineup.
Denver 3 timeouts. Kansas City's got 2.
Move the pocket. Keep that defensive line guessing as to where Jackson's going to set up.
42-yard line, 1st down and 10. 7th play of the drive. A fake by Jackson, dumps it off, caught by Carter. A fumble, and it's picked up on the play by Glenn Cadrez, the ex-Bronco, and he's down to the 21. Can you believe it?
They're coming out to the splat. He knows as a ball carrier that he is going to turn around and immediately be challenged by the corner coming up. Now, you speak about challenges here. They're going to wonder in Denver, did he have possession? He had possession. He catches the ball, turns around with the ball in his hand.
They're going to challenge it, Craig.
They have to challenge it. Yeah, you got to challenge it.
They've already challenged once today, and they're going to challenge again.
Shanahan was real clear about it with us. He said, guys, so many people say, don't burn a timeout. He said, if
Denver is challenging the ruling on the field.
He said to us, you'd be surprised how many times you don't burn all of your timeouts in a half. Now, does he have possession? 1, 2.
Yep.
He's got it. He's got possession to turn around with the ball. And then Cadrez is right there to pick it up. This is getting to the football. Hey, look at the red jerseys converge. Look at them coming to the football. They are getting to the ball, and because they're getting to the football, they're making plays.
I always would think that what you're looking for is if he catches, spins, and goes the other direction, that to me would constitute, a catch. And we have seen this, our particular crew has, 4 or 5 times this year.
Play.
And I'm telling you, it can go either way. It just depends on the guy that's looking under the hood. Because we have seen it go both ways, a play exactly like this all season long. To me, that looks like a catch.
Right foot. The other foot comes down just as he's hit and popped. But I believe that 2 things here. Conclusive. You can't ever get away from that word. And that's what Bernie Kukar is in the peep tank right now trying to figure out. Do I have enough evidence to suggest and tell me that he did not have possession of this ball? And I just don't think it's there. I think that the ruling on the field, because a lot of judgment goes into this thing as well.
And downstairs to Beasley Reese.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Standing here, I think he took like 1 8/9 of a step. So it is very possible that this could be overturned. Now, another point, that ball was thrown by Jarius Jackson into a cover 2. That means the cornerback was standing there waiting. When he gets a little more experience, he'll know that his guy's either going to get knocked out or we're going to have a situation like this in that coverage, and he'll throw it away. Back to you.
Beasley, how many times have we seen this exact same play? If we've had 10 plays like this year, 5 have gone one way and 5 have gone the other way.
I know that there's really no way to tell. You guys are correct. He definitely caught the ball and had possession as he was making his 360 turn to run upfield. I think they could rule that he caught it, stepped, and then as the second step was about to come down, the ball was knocked loose.
Well,
we're about to find out.
This is a huge play.
After reviewing the play, it is a catch. The receiver made the catch, took 3 steps, got hit, fumble, first down, Kansas City. Charge timeout, Denver.
Denver is down to 2 timeouts. A look of anguish on the face of the man who just fumbled the ball, veteran Tony Carter, who played last year and the last 3 years for the New England Patriots.
Hey, Beasley, what you was talking about there, with this cover 2, as a fullback, a ball carrier in the flat, you're going to get hit. You got to turn, have it tucked, expect to get popped right in the chin, especially with a young quarterback like you pointed out there.
So the Chiefs on the turnover, the recovery by Glenn Cadrez at the 22 of Denver. It's 1st and 10. Denver's first turnover today. The Chiefs have turned it over twice, and Holmes stood up and whacked by Eric Brown from the secondary. And a gain on the play of 3, setting up 2nd down and 7. Denver with 2 timeouts. The Chiefs with 2 timeouts. But that turnover right there could be the difference in the game. It's 2nd down and 7.
You think Todd Peterson's on the sideline right now wanting another shot?
He needs another shot.
He may get it here before long.
Brian Greasy was taking snaps this week in practice. He pleaded to come and play today. Would they put him back in a game like this, so close, with just minutes remaining? It's 2nd down and 7. That ball is way over the head and uncatchable for Marvin Snoop Minnis. It's 3rd down and 7. Do you even flirt with that kind of injury if you're Mike Shanahan, or do you leave that guy on the bench and do you go with Jackson? Do you think about Greasy, play him for a short time, or do you stay with Jackson?
No, I'd stay with Jackson right now. You can't take a chance. Plus the fact Brian Greasy's been standing on the sideline. He's stoved up. You know, this guy's cold. He's not into the game.
So I think that Steve Antonopoulos, who is the trainer, he had him go to the coach.
Yeah.
And you saw the grimace on Greasy's face. 3rd down and 7 from the 18. It's Holmes. Nice defensive stop. Great play in the secondary for a second time on this defensive stand by Eric Brown. A loss of 5. The Chiefs can do nothing with it after getting the gift on the fumble by the Broncos. It's back at the 23. And Peterson onto the field trying to give Kansas City a lead.
Another nice call by Ray Rhodes, the defensive coordinator, and execution by his defense. And those little few extra yards, yes, they make a difference in this kick by this kicker.
No leverage now, no.
41-yard try, and this is for the lead. And it's got the accuracy, and he nails it, his 3rd today. From 41 yards away on the heels of his missed 28-yard field goal moments ago.
And it all a result of a defense getting to the football, a turnover. Clint Cadres takes it down, and Coach Vermeil got him in the hunt.
Cellular. And by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Be you. Nothing's better. Dr. Pepper.
Well, no Santa like that's ever come down my chimney, and I doubt yours either. After the field goal of Peterson from 41 yards away to get the Chiefs a lead, here's the ensuing kickoff to Chris Cole at the 10. Bouncing outside, grabbed and brought down by Atkins. One-time college defensive back at UCLA, a 24-yard return. Wow. It is there. Brian Greasy has pleaded to come back in. It's not going to happen. Parada's out with a neck injury. From the 29, 1st and 10, Terrell Davis. Grabbed by Woods, brought down on the play. Gain of 1. A meager gain to the 30. 2nd down and 9.
You know, again, it's fourth quarter. Fourth quarter has been really something that has haunted this football team. You know, this is what they've done in the fourth quarter. You can see how well their opponents do in the fourth quarter. That's why you've had the seesaw up and down, win, loss, win, loss, win. And they're headed towards a loss.
And you've got your 3rd-string quarterback in there who has not played that much in the NFL. 2nd down and 9 from the 30. Jackson today 4 of 6 passing. Good time, moves around, lost the ball, picks it up, dashes his way back to the line of scrimmage, the 30-yard line. He gets a gain of 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and about 8 to go. Denver 2 timeouts. The Chiefs have 2 timeouts.
It becomes a train wreck. Look here, there's 4 guys that are rushing. They're trying to contain. Look on the outside. Look at the bubble. There's the pocket. You've got the nice pocket for him here. They break and come clean, but that's now a result of just him not seeing down the field. Slapping the ball out of his hand like that. But Rod Smith was open, but a young quarterback just not poised enough to see it down the field.
Now this crowd in full throat. 50% conversion rate on 3rd down today. 3rd long 8 from the 30. Jackson with the time slings a pass, and it's caught by Cole. Corkscrews his way to a 50-yard line tackle. It is a 19-yard gain. It is a Denver 1st down. A crucial pass by young Jarius Jackson.
All right, look here now. In the inside, the number 2 guy goes deep. That's Zero. He's on the outside. That's Rod Smith. They drive back underneath. Chris Cole comes inside, and a beautiful execution by Jarius Jackson here. They obviously have confidence in him, or they would have pushed the envelope to bring Brian Greasy back in.
Denver 2 timeouts. You saw the numbers on Jackson, 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Terrell Davis slipped, tripped, and down he goes. Gain of a yard, maybe just nudging it by midfield. We're approaching the 2-minute warning. It'll be 2nd down and 9. New England is losing to Buffalo. New England and Denver vying for a wild card slot. The Jets have come back to beat Cincinnati. A huge win for New York. Their first win in December in 6 games, dating back to last year. 2nd down and 9 at midfield. Carswell's on the move. A block, and a nice one it is by Lepsis, and a pass caught by Rod Smith, who gets a 1st down, lunging his way to the 38-yard line. A 13-yard gain. The young Mr. Jackson is answering the call.
And remember what I said 2 plays ago when I said Rod Smith was open and he didn't hit him? This is the same route. And I guarantee you, Rod went back to the huddle and said, hey, look, fella, I'm there on this play. Crockett's loose on me, not covering me tight. Communication helping him out in the huddle.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in a thriller. The Chiefs lead, but Denver's clawing back, and they've got to win to stay alive. 2-minute warning. Denver's on the move at the Chiefs' 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Jarius Jackson is in. Carswell is in motion. Handoff goes to Terrell Davis, weaving his way downfield to the 31. Now remember, Denver has one of the best long-leg kickers in the NFL in Jason Elam. This guy can knock it in from Topeka.
He's got a long leg, huh?
He can knock it in from way outside. Coming up on the Subway postgame show, join Jim in the game for scores and highlights. It's all next from New York. 7th play of the drive, 2nd down and 2 from the 31. Jackson to the side, that's incomplete and uncatchable. Warfield was on Rod Smith. It'll be 3rd and 2.
You know, but that long-legged kicker doesn't have that mile-high altitude working for him right here, does he?
There's one thing. He has kicked 2 50-yard field goals this year. He's also, you may recall, I'm sure you do, has kicked a 63-yard field goal. As he waits on the sideline. Denver's taking a timeout. They've got 1 left. Clock at 1:22. Gus Frerotte has been knocked out of the game. Brian Griese was relegated to the 3rd quarterback slot today. And Mike Shanahan has lost 2 starters on defense. He's turned it over once on the afternoon, but it came at a crucial time on a big hit by Warfield, a recovery on a bouncing football by Cadrez, which got them in that field goal position. Tonight on 60 Minutes at the phone company, Jarius Jackson on that sideline.
Right now, I'd say what I'd be telling him is that Rod Smith is in the helmet of Eric Warfield, in my opinion. Rod Smith is a guy, and they've got Warfield matched up on him over there. Warfield doesn't want to get beat deep, and he's playing a lot slack and loose on him.
3rd down and 2 from the Chiefs' 31. Jackson. The blitz is on by Woods. The pass is broken up, incomplete. Warfield all day long. We have followed that jousting match, and Warfield wins it there. It's 4th down. Elam takes the field with a chance to tie.
He sure did. Warfield stepped up to the challenge. That's why Vermeil put him out there. He said, I'm going to lose a bunch with the guy going there, but look at him. Come back, come back. Hand up. Beautiful technique and work, and I know Beasley would be proud of him in the coach's room if he was working with him right there.
Jason Elam has kicked 2 50-yard field goals this year. You can see the distance here from 49 yards. Elam has missed from 45 today. David Diaz and Fonte will snap. Tom Ruin will hold. The wind is at his back. A good snap for the tie. It is in. And Denver has tied the game with 1:13 to play. He said, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Man, this is money in the bank. That is drilled deep down the middle. And you talk about elation here, knowing what that means to his football team. Humongous. How about Jarius Jackson getting his team in position to do it, though? He had 2 big pass plays in that drive.
Gigantic drive engineered by 2nd-year Notre Dame quarterback Jarius Jackson. Today, his passing has been something to marvel about. Yeah, it'll draw a smile on your face. 6 of 10, 62 yards, coming in when Gus Frerotte was knocked out of the game twice, and Brian Griese relegated to a 3rd quarterback position today because of a concussion he suffered last week against Seattle.
And again, for the Kansas City Chiefs, special teams, one way or the other is going to help them. You know, I mean, this is a group that has to get out here, make a play, because Denver's now gotten old Mo sitting on their bench.
Kick long, onside kick, what do you do?
I'd kick it deep.
It's got to go 10 yards if it is an onside kick by Elam, but he's taking that run up to make it look like he's going to go deep, and he does. Dante Hall has fumbled once today in a kickoff return from the 6. Ian Gold gets him. Nice tackle by Ian Gold out of Michigan. Knocked out of bounds at about the 24, 25-yard line. Return of 20 yards.
Wow. That was outstanding effort by Ian Gold on his coverage. That guy was going 110%, and that's all you can ask for. That is a great tone setter.
Take us inside the helmet of Trent Green with 1:09 to play and 2 timeouts in his pocket.
You know what? He's been really good the last several games about not making mistakes, and specifically in this game here, they're going down to win it. No doubt in his mind.
He's 13 of 15. 13 of 15 throwing the ball today from his 25, 1st and 10. Green fires to the sideline. It's caught by Alexander, but was he in? Yes, he was. It's a catch at the 36. It's a gain of 12. He stops the clock, and it is a first down.
Now, earlier today, this is Peterson, and he's going to get his chance here in a minute. At least he's hoping for it. Peterson last week had a rough game. He's been very quiet in practice this week. They're saying that they support him. They believe in him. 3 for 4 today, with the 1 miss being from 28 yards.
First down and 10. Chiefs at their own 37. 4 receivers platoon. Draw play handoff. Holmes breaks the tackle now. Wilson creeps and slithers his way close to a first down. He's up to the 47-yard line. And the Chiefs, I think, are going to take a timeout, and they do with 1 remaining and 52 seconds to play in regulation. Well, we have mentioned it many times today, but the importance of this game for the Denver Broncos is incalculable. History shows you that you need to win 10 games to get in the playoffs in the AFC. No team has ever not won 10 and gone to the playoffs. It's happened twice in the NFC in '91. San Francisco and Philadelphia won 10, did not make it. But now you're tied against a tough opponent who beat you like this a year ago here. And you got your 3rd-string quarterback leading the way.
You got 3 guys you've had to deal with. You know, Jarius Jackson, Denard Walker's gone down. They lost earlier on the defensive line. Kavika Pittman. I mean, this is a team that has had to play as a group today. It's a team effort for them today.
After the Kansas City timeout, 52 seconds to play. 1st and 10 from the 47. Green blitzes on. Pass is caught on the side, and it's grabbed by Michael Ricks. A little used tight end with his 15th reception of the season. The ex-San Diego wide receiver picks up 8. Clock is stopped at 48 seconds. He's to the 45 of Denver.
And they're trying to fool Trent Green right now. Ray Rhodes, the defensive coordinator, trying to get in the helmet of him and confuse him, put a little doubt there. They did not show blitz, but came late with it from the middle of the field. He hits the out ball.
2nd down and 2 from the 45. Draw play to Chris Hall. Stopped by Monte Rager. Gets a first down. Tackled by Hayward. Flag is thrown on the play. Now they picked it up. It is a first down. No flag. Flag has been picked up. It is a first down to the 39. Chiefs have 1 timeout remaining. Somebody move. There come the flags.
Well, if there's any doubt as to what the importance of this game is.
False start. Number 76. By rule, we will take 10 seconds off the scoreboard clock.
Now you're down to 24 seconds.
And 1 timeout.
And 1 timeout.
Put 14 up there, please.
Yeah, I would say that is a breath of fresh air right there for the Denver Broncos. They have to win this football game to stay alive in the playoff hunt.
And the Jets have won today. New England was losing. Jets came from behind. That's who this Denver team is going against in that wild card race. Oakland clinched the division yesterday with their win over San Diego. Now we have the discussion.
The timer, please put 14 seconds on the scoreboard clock.
It's got to start with the snap of the ball. "44-yard line. First down and 15. Green batted down. It's loose. Ricochets incomplete. Eric Brown was streaming in. I think he got a hand on that pass. Second down, 15. 12 seconds to play.
Here what they're trying to do is get the ball to the outside of it, and the Broncos have been coming hard up the middle. But what I think they need to do, they've got one timeout. They can take a shot down the middle of the field to give them a chance at setting up for a field goal. Ray Rhodes has sensed and has had accomplishments 3 different times with his safeties blitzing off the tackle spot.
They've got to get to about the 31 for a field goal try. Second down, 15. Green whacked as he throws down the side. Intercepted. It's picked off by Jimmy Spencer. And Spencer weaves his way out of bounds. 2 seconds remain on the clock. And Green has thrown another fourth-quarter interception. He has thrown 10 fourth-quarter interceptions, the most in the NFL.
Yeah, but again, it's the safety. 4 times now that they've had success with this. Eric Brown came to the exact same spot. They're just not able to pick it up. There are not enough bodies in there to get it accomplished. This time, Jimmy Spencer, who has been picked on all day since replacing Denard Walker and has been beaten all day, saves perhaps the season's hopes of a playoff run for the Broncos.
First and 10 for the Broncos. 2 seconds remaining. They're going to sit on the ball and go to overtime in what is a playoff-like game for the Denver Broncos. What a game it's been. Mike Shanahan has been dealt every bad hand in this game today, but somehow he is breathing, he is alive, and we go to OT. The New York Jets have already won today. And Cleveland in the fourth quarter was losing.
Well, you know, you talk about this 8-5 mark down in here. These are the group of teams in here that really, every week is a must-win for them. New England being hot like they are. The Jets winning. That East is a crazy race right now. And with Oakland picking up the win last week and the division title.
Playing the fourth quarter all over again. Each team will have 2 timeouts. Turn this way, Denver. Who's going to call the coin? What is your call, Captain?
Tails.
Tails is called. Tails it is. Denver has won the toss. Ball. Okay.
The stage is set. The playoffs and a possibility for the Denver Broncos hang in the balance. The Denver Broncos in the fight of their playoff lives, tied at 23. We are in overtime. Kevin Harlan and Craig James. A lot on the mind on that Denver sideline right now.
Well, they got to decide whether or not they want to put the ball in Jarius Jackson's hands to throw it down the field. Now, Kansas City has to be really careful here. They blitzed the last time. He did not find Carswell. If you're going to roll the dice like that, you know, which is not too bad a deal against a young quarterback, you got to be prepared to get burned deep.
What about Kansas City? How many moral victories can this team absorb? They've got to finally break through, I would think, sometime.
3-9 record like they have, this team is, they're tired of moral victories. This team needs to finish and to win. They're trying to build off of that loss at Oakland last week where they played so well. They need to finish a game, but they're going against a sense of urgency right now, and that sense of urgency is hard to overcome.
After the Denver timeout, second down and 22 at the 40. Someone moved, but no flag on. There goes the flag. A fumble on the play. It's scooped and vacuumed in at the 40-yard line by Terrell Davis, but it looked like Matt Lepsis may have jumped the right tackle.
Nope.
Well,
Air kicks.
Offside. 98 defense. The 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
You know, and if you're Dick Vermeil, it's almost like you can't really get mad at the guy. This is the effort right out here on the outside. 98, Eric Hicks. Ooh. He's moving. He's going. He's at it. No question he's coming across the line of scrimmage, anticipating it, and that's the effort that has made them continue to play hard, but it's hurting them right there.
Second down and 17 with the penalty in tow at the 45. Jackson, here comes Woods. The ball deflected. Incomplete pass. Boy, they rang the blitz right there. Marcus Patton and Jerome Woods came flying through at the young quarterback, Jackson.
They rolled the dice. Go for it. They're coming in there. You see Woods up top, how he's coming in. This is a team that is committed to stopping Jackson before he can throw the ball down the field. That pressure is wonderful as long as you get to the quarterback. He gets to the quarterback that time. The blitz, the gamble pays off for them.
3rd and 17 from the 45. Flag is down at the 34.
12
Illegal
guys.
substitution. 12 men in a huddle. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Gary Kubiak, the offensive coordinator, telling him, no, you get off. And again, you know what that goes back to, Kevin? You hit on it earlier. This is a group that has had to change. McCaffrey out. They've got so many different guys, young guys not knowing the rotation packages and what unit they're supposed to be in with.
And there is Montgomery. I think he was just exonerated by his head coach. Well, it's 3rd and 22. And the Broncos have got to get to the Kansas City 38. Draw play, handoff. And to the 45-yard line goes the weaving Terrell Davis. And so Denver's got a punt in their first overtime possession.
The right thing to do. Run the ball, punt it, play defense. The defense of Denver has been their heart and soul this season, the consistent unit. And that's what you do. You punt it down there and you try to get them to stop them on offense.
Tom Ruin to punt. Dante Hall's deep back. Hall has had 2 of his best returns over the last 2 weeks. A 71-yard return last week against Oakland, an 81-yard return here earlier, but nullified because of a whistle and a penalty. And here's a penalty on Denver on the punt. They're caught at the 21, a 34-yard punt, but the Broncos are penalized on that play.
Holding. 88 offense. 10-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
The very quiet Desmond Clark.
Yeah, look over here. Jason Belzer, when he sneaks up in there, I think that just kind of made him panic just a little bit, and it threw them off somewhat. And that forced him to hold because he was going to go inside to block Jason Belzer had he come in there.
I say quiet because Clark has not caught a single pass today, and he leads the 2 tight ends with 47 receptions coming in. Ruin to punt again. David Diaz-Infante with the snap. Wobbly boot. Landing at the 32. Kicking inside the 30. And that's where the Chiefs will begin at 1st and 10. Another flag has been thrown. Flag down at the 36.
Well, they just don't want to let us play this overtime, do they? Huh?
Holding. Number 90 of the receiving team during the kick. That's a 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
Tyrone Williams. It has been a wild game with many twists and turns and a very important December game with playoff ramifications. Trot left the game twice. The last time we saw him late in the 3rd quarter. Jackson has come in and gone 7 of 12.
Hey, you know, that surprised me. I thought Terrell Davis would have a bigger day on the ground. And the passing yards, pretty impressive. Gus Farad accounting for most of those prior to leaving the football game. But, you know, a surprising game in the fact that I thought Terrell Davis would have a 100-yard or a bigger game running it.
So at the bottom, each kicker has missed a field goal today. From the 21st and 10. Green fires the pass, and it's caught by Derek Alexander. Snakes his way past the 35 to the 36 and picks up 16 yards and gets the Kansas City 1st down.
Still tacking Jimmy Spencer. Spencer has just been worked over today, and Denard Walker is out, but they're going to drive at him over here, and it's a little soft zone inside-out bracketing there, but they don't have enough closeness to him, and that's Spencer just being worried about getting beat deep, rightfully so.
Near the 37 where it's 1st and 10. Priest Holmes follows the convoy led by Will Shields. They hopped on his back and brought him down. Chester McLaughlin did that out near the 39. Gain of perhaps 2 on the play. And this is the way the AFC picture looks for the playoffs. Cleveland loses today. Denver's playing right now against Dallas, and Denver in the fight for their playoff lives.
Seattle at home against the Cowboys. Like you said, this is a team there that they've got to win as well. Denver trying to ease up into that upper echelon there and going 8-6. But the Jets winning and the Patriots a hot football team. They've got to maintain their pace.
2nd down and 8 from the 39. Green, good block by Holmes. Here comes Wilson. Spinning and down he goes with Romanowski. Recording the 5th Denver sack today. Back at about the 29.
Al Wilson has been really strong at defending the run today and at getting in at Priest Holmes. Now they come to the middle of the field. Tony Richardson can't pick the block up. Bill Romanowski comes off of Priest Holmes's block, and the reason he's frustrated, he saw Derek Alexander leaking across at about 12 yards wide open on the other side of the field.
3rd down and 18 inside the Chiefs 30. Green, now he's got the blocking he needs and the time. Goes it deep, downfield, intercepted by Kenoy Kennedy. A flag has been thrown. Kennedy wheeling his way up to the 30-yard line. But the penalty is on Denver. Pass interference the call. A huge Denver penalty.
Pass interference. 26 defense. That's the 1st down.
Eric Brown.
All the 4th quarter interceptions that Trent Green has thrown this year, he probably should have one more against him right here. This is a guy that finally gets a break going his way. He throws the ball up, a little Hail Mary for him. Snoop Menace gets hit by Brown, and the Chiefs get a huge break. The Broncos a devastating blow to their hopes for getting in the playoffs.
It's like a 42-yard penalty at the 19 of Denver, 1st and 10. Holmes, who has fumbled once today, he is down to near the 16-yard line, brought down by Bertrand Beer. We'll call it a gain of about 2.5.
Well, Todd Peterson, again, the guy was quiet in the locker room this week. His players really supporting him vocally in the media, talking him up, trying to encourage him. He really has had a good season. I mean, it's just he's missed some critical shots at different times. And when your team's struggling, the kicker's misses are really accentuated.
2nd down and 8 inside the 17. Holmes again. Brought down about the 14-yard line, 13-yard line. Grabbed by Kenoy Kennedy. Gain of 4 on the play. And they're going to bring him out. That's it. Dick Vermeil has said no more screwing around. Let's end this game. And maybe with it the playoff hopes of the Denver Broncos. That penalty on Eric Brown is gigantic. This year in the NFL, in games in which kickers have tried to kick game-winning field goals in overtime, all these kickers combined, 11 of 11. No one has missed an overtime kick.
Did you just put a whammy on this guy?
We'll find. Tied at 23. Broncos were called on a pass interference. Chiefs have got great position. But here is a missed field goal in the 4th quarter by Todd Peterson. From 28 yards out. He missed a 28-yarder last week in Oakland. And misses that one earlier in the game. Now, the interesting thing as you watch the miss again, is that where he will be attempting this game-winning field goal is in the same end of the field that he missed that one earlier today. This will be a 31-yard try for the win.
All he's telling himself right now is tempo. Keep your tempo. Don't rush the kick.
Kendall Gammon will snap it. The punter, Dan Straczynski, will hold it. And the Chiefs will watch Denver take a timeout. which makes sense. I can see them doing that. Denver's out of overtime timeouts with 8:24 to play. So we've got to wait a little bit longer as the drama continues to unfold here in Kansas City's Arrowhead Stadium.
I don't think it matters about being out of timeouts. They're almost out of the game. Denver, a very, very solid effort today by guys who had to step in. Jimmy Spencer was picked on all day. He made one interception, but they did have success in Kansas City going against Spencer once Denard Walker left the game.
So here we go, as Peterson will try to win the game and knock Denver perhaps out of the playoff picture with a 31-yard drive. And the Chiefs have beaten the Denver Broncos. A flag has been thrown. A flag is down at the 18. A flag is down. It's against Kansas City. It's a holding penalty against the Chiefs.
Holding, 55 offense. 10-yard penalty, still third down.
Now it becomes a 41-yard try.
I think Coach Vermeil was saying, "You've got to be kidding me," huh?
The flag is late to be thrown. And now Peterson will have to line up again.
Again, he's telling himself right now, don't rush it, rhythm. Keep your tempo. Well, again, the special teams of the Kansas City Chiefs just can't play consistent, and that's why they're 3-9.
41-yard try again for Peterson to win the game. As Straczynski hold the Kendall Gammon snap. And this one hits the upright. He misses. Denver is alive and kicking. The Denver Broncos are still alive. This is unbelievable. And it was his penalty that forced them to kick another one, but 10 yards further out. And Peterson with the miss, and the Broncos are alive.
He just missed it. I mean, flat out missed. That looked like several of his kickoffs. A lot of his kickoffs wobbled and squabbled through the air today. He can't believe it. Dick Vermeil just can't believe it.
They take over at the 31, 1st and 10. Jackson hands off Terrell Davis. A gain of 4, hopping his way past the 35 into the 36. Well, Denver's been given another chance. The animated and emotional Mike Shanahan, who was that way with us last night in our meeting.
How about Terrell Davis tackling himself there again? We've seen 2 times now that he hasn't.
Denver is out of overtime timeouts. We have 2nd down and 4 from the 37. The pitch out to Davis. Lexus tries to give him a block. And then he is gang tackle with an avalanche of Chiefs defenders after a gain of 1. Up to about the 39, 38-yard line.
I tell you what Denver doesn't need is a tie. A tie would be just about as bad as a loss for their playoff hopes.
We have talked about needing 10 wins because in the history of this playoff format in the AFC, no one has ever gotten to the playoffs without winning 10 games. And in a season where so many teams have big records, they need to get 10.
9-6-1 won't get it done.
3rd down and 3 from the 38. Jarius Jackson. Great time. Needs help. Chased by Owens. Belted by Downing and taken down for the 2nd time today. The Chiefs have got a sack. Clemens at the bottom of the pile. Back at the 31. And Denver's got a punt.
Jackson locked in. He locked in on Rod Smith right there. And that was one target he was throwing to. They covered him up, and that was the end of that play.
New England is in overtime. And that is one of the teams that Denver is very concerned about. Ruin's got a punt. Dante Hall back inside the 25-yard line. They set up the return. Hall waiting for, and a lot of the fair catch back near the 30-yard line. A 38-yard boot by Tom Ruin. The Chiefs have a timeout. Denver's out. 6:20 left in overtime. Tied at 23. Todd Peterson has missed 2 field goals today. Jason Elam has missed 1 field goal today. Starting quarterback Farad is out. And this could have won it for him. Actually, the one before this did win it for him.
It did win it for him, but the holding brought it back. They had to go and kick it again. Now, how much confidence can you have in your kicker who's got to be in the tank right now? And you're going to have to lean on him here if you can get down the field to kick it again.
From the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Play action by Green. All kinds of time. He's got the receiver. Menace at the other end. It's a foot race with Brown inside the 15. Down the sideline. Out of bounds at the 12. Snoop Menace with a sensational play. A career-long 52-yard reception. The Chiefs are going to waste no time. Peterson goes out onto the field to try it.
They had 2 guys. They had Derek Alexander and they had Menace. Menace was wide open because Brown had fallen down. Now this is a gutsy decision by Dick Vermeil to send him right out there right now to kick the ball for a chance at winning the game. I'm not so sure, knowing that his head has to be in the tank, I'm not so sure I wouldn't try to run the ball to win this game.
I think they may go back and take a look and see if he stepped out earlier after the catch. And this is only replayable, only challenged by the booth upstairs. The coaches on either side cannot challenge this play.
And here's what he's doing. Bernie Kukar right now is talking to the booth upstairs because he wants to let us know, the audience know, what he's thinking.
We will be reviewing where the player stepped out of bounds.
That's it. He's wanting to find out where he stepped out of bounds, and it doesn't matter where he stepped out of bounds. It's a positive play for the Chiefs. They've got him marked where? Where they got the ball marked right now?
In. Right there.
Well, I see green, though. Look at the green on the outside. Maybe there.
Well, it's within that 5 yards.
Yeah, it's right in there. It's within a couple of yards.
Well, the ball right now is at the 12. And that means it would be pushed back 5-6 yards. Maybe the 16-yard line. And that's what they'll figure out.
Again, I'm just, this is a real bold move by Dick Vermeil to go to Peterson. Hey, Beasley, I got to be telling you, I might try to run the football in with the #1 rusher in the NFL rather than put a guy out there who's, has to be a little concerned with his head.
Yeah, you got to wonder what's going through his mind right now. It's like, being a golfer and you've hit a couple of, maybe you got the shanks. So you're starting to think through your techniques and be too technical. So you're probably right, Craig. It wouldn't be a bad idea to rush it a couple of times, but
the ball will be placed at the 14-yard line. 14-yard line.
But anyway, Craig, what I was saying was, I have to be honest, when I saw Snoop make the catch, I screamed, if I was coaching, kick it now. Back to you.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do, perhaps. But with the #1 rusher in the NFL, you certainly could be tempted to go out there and run the ball and try to score.
This will be a 32-yard try by Peterson for the win in overtime.
Yeah, I'd say this guy's job's on the line right now.
For the win. And he may have just kicked the Denver Broncos right out of the playoff picture in the AFC.
He did.
And I'm Mark Soysher, live at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City, where the Broncos' playoff hopes may have gone right out the window as that football went right through the uprights. Could it be more excruciating? The chances that the Broncos had there at the end, and it goes away. We've got complete post-game coverage coming up for you, live from the Broncos locker room. Our Super Sports post-game Broncos special is next.
Welcomes you to the